Hello, little owls. Welcome to today's stream. Welcome in. Hello, Aspar. How you doing? Yeah. The explanation. I am not well prepared. That is the one explanation. The explanation is I was thinking about like removing all the stuff, but then like things just like one thing came after another, and I'm too uninformed. Because apparently if I leave the banner like in the panels down below, I need to have the brand content thingy of Twitch on. And then I also need to have like the last part of the title on. With all that I have to have on, unless I remove that instantly, and as you can see, somebody's still like on the trail, so I didn't want to remove it instantly. I thought, the heck with it, I leave that thing on too, but I make it smaller, you know. I'm thinking about that, I don't know, when the time comes. The thing is, the thing's still running for over 20 days, I think. Since one of the goals up here in that tiny black thingy, if you're paying attention, is reaching a certain account level, which takes some time, so might as well leave people time to actually do that. Not everybody is like a crazy try-hard maniac trying to do main story in one day, so, you know. I give it time, and it doesn't hurt having too much having it up there. I mean, that's small, I think. At the title, my titles are not masterpieces anyways. Most of the time, it's just a simple, I do this today, or it's something like I have no clue what I'm doing, so it's not like I have creative titles in any way. So it does not hurt. It doesn't hurt. It's not like a masterpiece is ruined. Okay, yeah, that's the reason I left it in there, because frankly, to be more informed, I would have to read up on what the exact rules for branded content are on Twitch or something. But I didn't want to make a mistake, so I just left everything on for now, and we'll read that like when I got time or something. Or never. Never is not good, but when I have the time, maybe on the weekend. That makes sense. Yeah, weekend. Maybe I have time to read that. Okay. Anyways. Today's plan was to play through Engaging through the quest, because I think we only have like a few days, like 5 days or something, to get the extra reward for the Chaska quest, which I can only do when I have done the big patch quest, I think. And therefore, yeah, interlude. Is it called interlude? I don't know. And therefore, we'll have to do this. Let me look in-game. I'm already in-game. I can just switch over. For you, it's 2 hours. Because I always take maximum. Is it that? Okay, let me see. Somewhere here. Yeah, it says 5 days and 3 hours. Left for this part, and for this we need to do the Flower Feather Clan quest. But so far as I know, whenever you do this, you need to have the main quest completed for the last one. Correct me if I'm wrong, because then I just do this one. But I think we need to do the quest. Yeah, quest location is currently involved in another quest. So even for the first part, I need to do it. So that's why I wanted to do the other. And depending on how fast we are, maybe we can start with this one too. I definitely do want to get the extra reward, as I am not having that much resources for what I want. It's set up quest. Yeah, I know the first parts are like shorter or something. I already switched to an overworld, not friendship group, so that you're satisfied. I learned from last time. Do you see? Okay, I think we needed to go here. Yeah. Navigate. Not losing too much time. Yeah, Stream Elements has not been very cooperative lately. the website has been a little unresponsive when I wanted to look stuff up. And also my, what's the name of that, like, extension add-on? What's the name for it? OBS extra stuff. Has been a little, how you put it, moody. Not working, not connecting, throwing me out of my login, stuff like that. I didn't know if it has to do because my OBS setup is messed up again, or if it's Stream Elements. Technically, it must be Stream Elements since the website is misfunctioning too. But oh yeah, so should I turn off the music since we're doing the story quest and not just farming? I think that's a good idea. Do I have sound on? Yeah, apparently OBS is showing the funny green bar that moves up and down. That must mean something. Even though my talking is louder apparently than the in-game. Yeah, even if I do that. Oh well. Just being growled at. Ah, Janssen, the forgotten one.
I brought all the stuff over, Coach. What's next?
Oh, we have no voice, apparently. I always forget.
All right, I'll start by moving the boxes over.
At least we'll have some voice.
I'll help you. These things can get pretty heavy.
Nah, I got this. These muscles aren't just for show, you know. You see that? Perfectly defined. I can lift this stuff up with one hand.
Fine, as long as you don't wind up too sore to move tomorrow. I don't want to hear any complaints from you.
Just prepare to be amazed.
And now he fails to lift it. Watch. Oh god.
My back.
I did not want to hear that. Sorry for being correct. Yep. That's what the people that are always acting like this. Wait, what do you mean he's like me? In what? In being fragile physically? Then yes. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. But I'm usually not one to brag about stuff. Normally. Like, I can easily lift that and then I fail to do it. I can say confidently from the very beginning, no, I will not be able to do that. And live with that. Heiser finally finished his big case as he's coming up next phase. He finally got out of prison, more like it. I mean, what case took so long? He was definitely in prison.
We were just about to ask you the same thing. We didn't expect to run into you.
He caught Al Capone. the Genshin version of it. Yeah, sadly I will not be able to pull on him, so that is sad. Could he not have come first half or something? Nope. Oh well, I have one. Must be enough. It's so weird that she's so quiet.
What? There's nothing wrong about Paimon's current meal plan. Like today, Paimon just had some blazed meat stew, fried shrimp, bean balls, sour sauce kipper, and stuffed and mashed potatoes. That's practically nothing.
I mean, technically, we do not know what kind of intake a Paimon needs, so we can't talk about that. Maybe she's burning a lot of energy. Like, how do we know? She's not like a normal human being or something.
Kale juice? Wait, isn't that your favorite drink, Traveler? If Eon-san's going to make some for free, Paimon would feel terrible if you won't get to try it.
Oh, kale. Kale tastes good, but as a juice? Nah, I don't know. As a stew, maybe.
Of course, we're also here to help. Let's go see the chief.
Interlude chapter. We're also here to get extra rewards. I mean, help. We're here to help. Okay, look
Follow
for
me.
chief. Apparently up there.
Too slow.
Da-da-da-da-da. The Western music here is crazy.
You're here, Eon-san. And you must be the traveler in Paimon. I've heard a lot about you. I'm sure we'll have a much better time now with your help.
Cold. So cold. Duarte, are you there?
No, nothing bad happened to them.
I'm
100%
trying.
not.
And there's something in the water.
Sorry, when I'm hearing or reading there's something in the water, just my memories are triggered. I don't know.
He's on the ground, but it almost looks like he's trying to swim.
I played too much Guild Wars at some point. I'm sorry.
The abyss. The abyss is coming. There are eyes in my hands, and hands in my stomach. And my stomach is full of teeth. It ate all of you. It's coming for me too.
They are all officially going crazy.
But we haven't been eaten. We're right here.
Monstrous beasts! How did you get in here?
As you can see, their mental state is quite poor. They went missing after the battle. We found them in the wilderness in the days that followed, but the damage had already been done. We found them unconscious in areas corrupted by abyssal tumors, lying next to their deceased comrades. My only guess is that something terrible must have happened during the battle.
So abyss corruption, or simply enough, it's just trauma.
According to the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, sudden exposure to a large amount of abyssal power can have
So many scars.
mental
Somebody
as well
has
as
not
physical
been careful,
repercussions.
A, or B, they have very bad scar healing. That is a thing I am aware of exists. Sadly enough.
We've never seen the effects this heightened before, but maybe Gasoithoth was just too powerful.
And how NPCs are getting unique designs. Me too. I think it really helps a game like feel more alive if you can't just 100% instantly tell it's an NPC. Like of course if you're studying the model like more, you're like, okay, I know this is probably an NPC design, but like if you at least have like a moment of illusion.
What's that?
Helps me remember someone and care more. Yeah, that too, I'm
It's the
guessing.
abyssal monster that appeared in the sky not too long ago. After consulting our ancient legends, we decided to call it Gasoithoth, Reaper of the Abyss.
Oh, that giant black ball? Didn't we force it to retreat, though?
True, it poses no threat to us now, but whatever wound it inflicted on these warriors still endures. We scoured all sorts of records for a solution, but nothing came of it. There was some mention of a treatment from several hundred years ago, but that knowledge is long gone.
Maybe somebody wrote it down in a book.
Right! You can purify abyssal power! Might as well give it a try!
If it were that easy, the quest would only be 5 minutes long. So I'm guessing no, just from this alone.
It didn't work?
No
That must mean
surprise here,
purifying the
but
abyssal
yeah.
power within them still isn't enough. In any case,
I just
thank
drank
you for
some. Okay,
trying.
I'll hydrate again. Thank you for the hydrate. Double the hydrate. Important. I know.
So, what can we do now? You don't tell me my friend is just gonna be like this forever?
Come back to me, Gogeta! Please, don't leave me like this!
We beat Gasoithoth. They survived the battle. Are we really just gonna sit back and watch them lose their minds?
Crazy. I'll maybe take the hammer away from the crazy. Yeah, I mean they should, but maybe nobody has like actually had the courage because they are afraid they get smacked if they do so, or that maybe he's calmer if he has the hammer in hand. You know, that maybe he's smashing around himself when he's not having the hammer because he feels unprotected. Just like maybe some crazy patients you give like a plush toy and then they feel safer or something. She's a hammer. Yeah, but I think maybe it's a soothing
is it,
mechanism.
Beyonce?
I don't know. I would definitely try it though. But nobody said they tried it, and that's weird.
But,
Are you sure about this?
We should get them out of an environment that reminds them of fighting. Maybe that helps. I'm not good with psychology though, so don't ask me. Talk to the first afflicted individual. Okay. Will do. Apparently below. Yeah, below. Always afraid that it's putting me into a cutscene. Would be better if we had a voice for Janssen, but what can you do?
So dark. So cold. I want to go home.
You got Chaska, but male. I got Chaska, but way prettier. I'm sorry. No, personal preference. I know you would disagree on the other way around, I guess. It's always so quiet when she's on. Fire. Isn't everything here made out of wood? Are you sure that's a good idea? We need to build some sort of safekeeping for this. Ah, good. We have a brazier. Good. I thought like just putting a fireplace here on the wooden planks is maybe not a good idea. Still, we should have somebody watch this for safekeeping. And still, it has a wooden base.
Light. Underwater. Where is it coming from?
They all think they're underwater in some sort of way.
It's working!
Or at least he thinks that. What do we have? We have underwater, something with eating, and something monsters. Could it be that the abyss thingy is letting them see their worst fears or something? Maybe he fears being underwater. There's a lot of people that do not like being underwater.
No, wait. You have to leave this place. The water's too deep. You won't make it. No. Please. Just leave me. Duarte.
Oh no, it's not working anymore!
And this is a mental... Yeah, it is different. My first thought was just that they are just having a normal trauma reaction after seeing lots of people die around them. Because they're not used to it. You know? Might as well get a trauma from it. But sometimes games would like to come up with like magical explanations for stuff like that. So I'm unsure what they'll pick, which route they will go.
Quit following me.
Wait. Why are they building their stuff this way? We have corn. Which
My
reminds me of a discussion I had
Maybe
about a
better.
horror game at some point, which was very interesting because it had this concept of like real versus not real. And it's one of the only ones where I accept an ending like it had as like an actual ending. And normally I just see something like that as a cope out. But
Duarte.
in that case, it made sense.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Duarte was the name of Otoko's Surian companion. Otoko almost drowned as a child, and Duarte was the one who saved him. He dove deep into the water and used all his strength to carry Otoko back to the surface. It was pretty touch and go, but both of them made it in the end.
So, a deep buried memory could technically be trauma, yes?
Well, you see, Duarte died 4 years ago during an Abyss invasion. He was helping evacuate injured warriors from the front lines, but fell to an ambush. He was a bit on the smaller side, but other than that, he was just your average Kukasaur. Well, hold on. What are you planning?
We are planning nothing. Do you see the face of not planning here? Also, does my cursor not pick up on OBS anymore? Can that be? Nobody see my cursor? My cursor is gone. Then nobody's seeing when I'm circling something. Or like pointing at something. Was it this for some time now? Oh.
No problem.
Interesting.
Thank you for looking out for him.
I'll have to look after the stream. Like, what the heck is up? Why is my cursor gone? It's just... I mean, we don't have a cursor here, but we should have one, like here, for example. Can see me go over things, but not the cursor. It's gone. Alt tab. Yeah, I see the cursor. You just don't see the cursor. That's the thing. I see my cursor just fine. You know what I mean? It's an OBS. It's an OBS problem. That's immersion. Well, I'll leave it like that. It's just... I did not change the settings, so I'm a little like... Is there even a setting for this? I did not know. Maybe they changed something. Maybe that was the update? No, that wasn't a Stream Elements update. The OBS update itself. Oh well. Higher, okay. Oh, a viewpoint. Summon. Okay, and now we need to go to the wherever he is. I forgot. I haven't flown around much with these guys yet, so apologies if I'm not doing it correctly. Like this? No. Huh, that's how I dive. Ow!
We're back. How are you feeling?
Duarte? How did you get here? Are you here to save me?
It's working!
Do not spoiler it, Paimon! I'm gonna go with the first option for that. I'm sure. Whatever I would have done, it would have ended the same thing, right?
That hurt. Duarte, you have to get out of here. There's something in the water.
There's something in water. Yes, indeed. Maybe I'm the one with the trauma here. Game trauma. We push him lightly.
You're gonna carry me out of here just like last time. Over a decade later, and you're still trying to save me. I can't believe you made it this deep underwater, but I'm so glad you found me. Once we're out of here, let's split a huge portion of blazed meat stew, just like old times. I owe you for this. We're almost at the surface. People tried to tell me you were dead, you know. As if I'd let that happen. I promised to protect you. There's no way. No way.
It's definitely trauma.
No. Wait. I failed. I...
Just body slam him. He's gonna wake up with bruises, that's for sure.
Duarte? Wait. You're not Duarte. How did I get here? Who are you people?
Well, he seems to be more normal now.
Toko! He's Kaylee. What's going on? All I remember is the battle against the Abyss, and then I was drowning. And a Saurian that looked like Duarte saved me. How did I get here?
1 out of 3 saved.
You went through all that for me? While all I did was cause trouble for everyone? I'm so sorry. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, time to talk to the second person. Not too far away, should be fine.
The wind rises.
They go somewhere they feel like most comfortable in, so they're still aware like they are in the outpost, I'm guessing.
It's coming for me. It's gonna eat me.
Well, what are we doing about that?
It's no use. It'll just come back. Nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop the abyss. It will devour everyone. One day, we'll all be reunited in the pit of its stomach.
Maybe we can bring her somewhere where there's a abyss and we'll just beat the crap out of it, and then that gives confidence.
Maybe it's just Paimon, but she seems to be in even worse shape than a Toko. She can talk to us, but nothing she says makes any sense. She also seems really afraid.
Ion-san, I heard you cured a Toko? I'm so relieved. Is there anything I can do to help? If you need extra hands, I can...
We need information. Put it on the table. Info now.
I think you're onto something. The mental distress does seem to be connected to pre-existing fears and anxieties.
Oh, I'm the master of anxiety. I can understand
Conchita
that.
doesn't like it when people talk about her past. But the situation is urgent. So, I guess I'll be the bad guy. Ion-san, Do you believe there are people in this world destined for battle? Then, what about people destined to be unfit for battle? When Conchita was little, her parents died fighting the Abyss. She was only 11 or 12 at the time, and her brother, even younger still. The two saw their parents collapse in a pool of blood as flames roared and spread all around them. Conchita trained hard to become a warrior, but still found fighting Abyss monsters too difficult to handle. She and her brother were left with severe trauma after the incident. Pain and fear that they could not get over no matter what.
Because she never had a demonstration that somebody can actually beat the Abyss. At least nothing that she could directly see.
But isn't Conchita one of the warriors who fought the Abyss? Didn't you find her unconscious out on the field?
Yes, we did. You see, something changed within her several years ago when the Abyss attacked our tribe and broke into her home. By the time the guards rushed to the scene, they found her standing there, weapon outstretched, hands trembling. Her brother huddling behind her for safety, and the Abyss monster dead at her feet. She didn't even look at it, and just kept repeating the same thing over and over. You're the only family I have left. I won't let anything happen to you. She became a completely different person after that. She earned a reputation as a very capable warrior and fought countless battles against the Abyss. We all thought she overcame the trauma, and we were so happy for her. But now it seems like even if she buried it deep within herself, the fear still never left her.
The question is, how do we simulate something that might help her find that spark again? That she actually does stand a chance.
How can we help her?
Quali?
Quali, what are you doing with that weapon?
Show me the monster that hurt you! I'll make it pay! I'm going to protect you this time!
Calm down, Quali. That monster is already...
I can do it! I don't care what it takes! I just want her to get better. She's the only family I have left.
Family?
Maybe we don't have to do anything. Maybe the problem is solved in itself. I mean... I take it.
If Quali goes to battle, the Abyss will devour him. I can't let that happen. I have to do something. But it's useless. No one can beat the Abyss. It's a death sentence. Just like what happened to Mom and Dad. But I'm no warrior. I'm just a coward. Still, I have to protect Quali. What should I do?
As for falling for the next person, do you still keep list, or is it just a pile that you throw on?
Conchita. Fight it. One more time?
We just gonna simulate Abyss, or are we gonna give her actual Abyss monsters to fight?
Try checking the mountains to the north. A few fled in that direction after the battle. I dispatched a team to clear them out, so most of them should be gone. But there might still be a few stragglers.
There's no turning back. I have to face it, even if it will devour me whole.
I'm coming too! I'm not letting my sister face this alone. Not anymore!
Okay, hope nobody gets hurt with all of that. How far away is that? Okay,
Swollen Fury.
we can go there. I presume. I hope. The hope is here. Hope dies last, but it will die in the end. Yeah. My pile is just insy tiny small in comparison, I'm guessing. I'm guessing I am the weirdo, perhaps. Seeing how I see most people, like, react to everything. It looks like I'm the weirdo here. Wait. What's this? Why is it yellow? What's going on? What does this want to tell me? Observe. Oh, this is a puzzle. I'll concentrate on the quest for now, because that thing will sidetrack me for good. Ah, I see.
Quit following me.
I thought maybe it was a secret that had to do with the quest, but nope. Just something extra I haven't done yet. It's a third floor central graffiti I don't think you've seen. The only thing that I have seen is like a big raven graffiti somewhere, but I haven't interacted with it yet. So...
You were the ones who killed them!
I was close to it though. I think I collected something there. What was it? Either it was a viewpoint or a coin thingy. And then I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna look at that later, and then I forgot.
As a kid, I thought my parents were invincible. They were always so strong and gentle.
You haven't activated it.
seemed
Yeah,
like the
okay.
most powerful
But I
people
haven't
in the
done anything
world.
with it. I just left it. I do that later.
I can still see the image of them collapsed at my feet that night. The raging fire, the smoke, the smell of blood, the sound of my brother's cries. It's all burned into my brain. They told me to run, and I could see the fear in their eyes. I've been running from my fears ever since.
Not much dialogue. Afterwards, they don't even repeat where the puzzles are. Okay. At some point, I'm gonna
Why didn't my
find it
parents
again,
die?
hopefully.
It must have been because...
Well, there's always an online guide if everything else fails, I'm
You
guessing.
can do it!
But I'm so far behind in exploration anyways.
Because of our
I haven't
family.
even done like the original areas all, so this is
There's no
far in the
backing down.
future.
No matter what.
Stay away.
Somehow I'm feeling like leaving her there to do it alone because, yeah. Okay, she can do the last one. Oh, the jellyfish is still out and us
can do
too.
this.
So much for solo.
I have to do this.
You can do it with pets, right? Okay. You versus the big one with pets. As soon as the pets are off cooldown, that is.
Hold the line.
By royal decree.
Let's see if she can do it, but I don't think so. I think that would take forever, but I think with pets she can do it, right?
Away!
Gives me time to drink something. Stronger than your... I mean, my Kokomi is 100% built on healing.
Allow
She
me.
doesn't even get damage, right? Then why am I giving her...
Real but
Yay, vaporize it. Very nice. Teamwork with the jellyfish. She definitely should get a few elemental pets to help her, and then she's golden. Can get playable. Okay.
Where are the rest? Where are they hiding? That's impossible. They were gigantic beasts crawling with eyes, ready to devour everything in sight. No. Wait. What am I saying? Abyss monsters are not actually that scary. I've defeated them before. I know I have.
See, confidence is restored.
She's back to normal!
Kuchita!
What just happened?
2 out of 3.
That is-
Cured.
Quite embarrassing. Sorry about that. I've always envied warriors who don't get scared or feel lost. It really felt like I was getting stronger over the years. But in the end, maybe I never made any progress at all.
Even though we're both scared of monsters, you were always the one who stepped up to protect
That was the
me.
music. I like
But
it.
not anymore. I'm going to get stronger. From now on, we're in this together.
Is that so? Then I'll look forward to the day when you'll be all big and formidable. I finally feel like myself again. I couldn't have done it without you all. Thank you for everything. I think I'll rest here for a bit. I don't think I can make it back to the tribe just yet.
I'll keep you company.
Okie dokie. Okay, time to return for us. Yeah, about the question if I actually would need either a Zhongli or a Nouvellette constellation. I don't think Zhongli's constellations are like that good at the moment for me, for my account. Like,
Atoko's all better.
the
Did
only
you hear?
thing that sounds mildly interesting is able to use him in co-op actually, but it's like a meh. Such a tiny thing, it's not worth rolling on. And the funny thing is, even though I think it's a great constellation, Nouvellette's constellation doesn't really help me much, because I think it's mainly aimed if you're playing him with Farina, and since I'm not having a Farina, it's relatively pointless.
Really?
At least I'm not aware that there is a single other Hydro character that fits with him nicely, so...
Yes, really. It's all thanks to the Traveler and Eon-san.
I see. I was wondering why the Traveler was chosen to accompany the Pyro Archon in the final battle. But I
I
guess
like
she
all
really
of their
can do the
designs. They are
impossible.
so nice. So yeah, that's why I'm not going for the banners. What is that thing? It looks interesting. Is that how their torches feel look? Oh, it's one of the things dots in the sky where you can like unlimited? I never seen them on the ground outside of the fort when I never noticed them, to be honest.
So all those rumors about the Traveler really are true.
What
Kochita's getting
rumors?
better too.
The rumor that the Traveler is
Koichi, give me a hand for a sec.
the main character?
Right. Koichi's not... She's not here anymore.
Oh my god. Now I'm getting the trauma. Are you done talking? I don't want to miss any dialogue.
Yeah, honestly, Paimon was at a complete loss when she saw so many sick people on the hot air balloon platform. We only found a solution this time because you kept your cool and took control of the situation. You deserve most of the credit. Whoa, you're right. That makes a lot of sense.
Paimon's gonna run as soon as she hears kale juice.
That sounds like something Paimon could do, but Would that really change anything?
As if that's the only way you can be powerful.
Oh, well, when you put it that way, Paimon's almost encouraged to start drinking kale juice tomorrow. No, today. Paimon will start today.
Paimon is changing diet. Oh my god, it's happening. But probably it will be like every dietary means it like you'll be on it for 2 weeks and afterwards you'll like give up.
You're amazing, Ansan. You really make Paimon feel like she can do the impossible. Maybe your true strength is giving other people strength.
Hyun-san, bad news. Okoland is out of control.
Still a hammering problem? Yeah, maybe the hammer should have been taken away. Observe the situation. That doesn't sound too positive. Not help, not intervene, it's just observe. We can't do nothing but look.
What are you doing, Okoland? Wake up!
Don't you recognize us, my boy?
The Abyss monsters are everywhere. Everywhere. They've taken over the tribe. No corner is safe. Did we lose the battle? No. It's pointless to think about that now. A warrior only has one job. Fight until the very end.
He doesn't seem to hear what everybody is saying, so maybe we can work with gestures or something?
Careful! He's not himself!
Okotlan!
Because everything else is kind of like pointless because he is not able to hear words right now. Oh, is this a please fight situation?
He thinks we're Abyss monsters?
Wretched Abyss! Mom, Dad,
Please, son, you've got to stop. You can't keep going like this.
Yeah, they should have probably taken the hammer away, or at least kept somebody that was able to do it close by.
wretched monsters! Give me my family back! Look, Okoland! That's your father! He's standing right in front of you! Get out of my home! I'll never forgive you!
Are you alright, sir?
If you don't need anything with Singsho or on Fish, will be better if, for one the taser. The thing is, this group is specifically meant to not use ults. And for Singsho, I would have to use ult all the time. Because normally I'm not even playing Wonder or Taser. I just made a group where I can just eat away at everything and be good. That's everything I do. That's the whole point of it.
I'm fine.
C6. I even had no problems in Overworld at C0, so come on. That's not the problem. But yeah, I hate using my ults and then being empty the whole time. I don't know.
Trying to protect his home.
I may have a little OCD there. I don't know. I do not like it. Watch Janssen be electro-physical catalyst that throws hands, not elements. I wonder how they'd even do physical catalyst. I mean, they could just write it into skills, so that's not a problem, right?
What should we do now?
But honestly,
It's like he can't hear us at all.
I don't think Hoyo is even aware that physical exists anymore. And at the same time, they're also not aware that cryo as an element other than, like, as a support character exists anymore, so... I'm not having hopes for physical anymore, even though I would really like having somebody that can do stuff for physical.
He keeps calling us monsters. We're basically enemies to him now.
So, yeah. The elements are both dead. Gio is also, like, high up on being, like, pretty dead. Except characters that are Gio and don't behave very Gio. You know what I want to say.
Oh, Coatlan.
Abyssal corrosion syndrome. 500 years later, and it's resurfaced again.
Huh? That voice, it's...
He's like, I need my 5 minutes in story time so I get paid.
Direct contact with high concentrations of abyssal power causes irreversible mental trauma in most people. The exact presentation will vary according to trauma level. Some will suffer from superficial hallucinations and maintain the capacity to perceive the outside world. In such cases, verbal and physical interaction can be used to break through the hallucination. However, there are also those who are so far gone, entrenched in hallucinations so deep, that medical intervention is the only option. That's why we developed the Drought of Lucidity.
So you got pills the whole time. Couldn't you have given those earlier?
A draft of lucidity?
It's a kind of medicine that can dispel the psychological impact of the abyss. The treatment comes with severe side effects, including chronic migraines for the rest of the patient's life. So, it's reserved for the worst cases. This man is a devoted warrior, one not easily swayed from battle. That is precisely why it's so difficult to pull him out of this hallucination.
Not being able to interact with anybody ever anymore and be put in restraints 24/7 for the rest of your life. Migraines. I think I would put up with the migraines. Like get some painkillers for the migraines then or something.
If you trust me to be true to my word, give him this.
Wretched monsters! Setting up an ambush.
But how the heck would we get him to eat or drink or take it? I mean, not only is he, like, heavily resisting, but do I need to point out that he's wearing a mask currently? Like, we have to get that off first.
Give me your worst. It's either your end or mine. Hurry! He's awake!
Please, give him the draft. My son thinks he's alone in this world. In his mind, all his family and comrades are gone, and only enemies remain. There's nothing more painful for a warrior than losing everything you fought so hard to protect.
Monsters! What's going on? Dad? What are you doing here? My head hurts.
Yeah,
I just had the strangest
headache.
dream. I dreamt the Abyss took over the tribe.
It's all right, my boy. It was just a nightmare. Let's go home. You need a good night's sleep. But first, I want to thank you for saving my son. May I ask your name?
Just Capitano is fine.
I owe you more than words can say, Mr. Capitano.
Aw, how cute.
My name is Mune.
He's slipping.
You're welcome in my home anytime.
Definitely under the mask he was crying tears of joy because that was so sweet.
Time to go, son. Can you stand?
I think he fall asleep.
everything turned out all right.
Think nothing of it. I agreed to offer you my aid, so this is merely a part of that duty. Besides, I care deeply about this land.
Right! When we were with Moika, you told us you and your soldiers defended Natlan against the Abyss 500 years ago.
That's right. My desire to protect this nation remains unchanged. When my platoon arrived in Natlan 500 years ago, like you, we were true outlanders. But as time passed, I encountered the people of this land and witnessed their desperate struggle against the Abyss. Though many of the warriors were rash and inexperienced, they were steadfast and fearless in battle, willing to do anything to protect their fellow citizens, oftentimes with complete disregard for their own survival. Just as I fought for the glory of Conria, they fought for the survival of their nation. We happened to share a common enemy, so I decided to offer my aid. We fought side by side to the very end. I traveled to many places after that, but I never forgot this land. Even now, my work in Natlan remains unfinished.
Am I the only one that dislikes this middle button that they're putting up with you now all the time? This like, use the scroll wheel to switch options. I like that the option is there to do it. I just find it weird that the tooltip appears every single time from there on out. They should put it up that you can either like dismiss it so it doesn't come back, or that you can disable it somewhere, because it is breaking my immersion somehow. I don't know. And each time I see this, I'm like, why does this exist? Please go away. And the second one is more interesting. I don't have it. You don't have it? Okay, now, can I disable it? Can I disable it somewhere? Because it always said, use the scroll wheel or keys to switch options. And I hate it that it's never leaving. Like, I mean, the F is okay. I don't know why that is. Is it bugged for me? Because ever since they put the option in to change it with the keys like this, that thing was there. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Well, it will move away.
It may seem difficult to understand, but the reason is really quite simple.
It always appears again. Maybe maybe I need to. Maybe I need to give some different rights to the folder where the game is saved. Like maybe it can save some setting, you know, where it saves that it already displayed the tooltip to me.
That name carries with it the glory of my homeland and the honor of Natlan. Yet, I failed to bring my soldiers home. And I failed to help Natlan defeat the Abyss.
But that's not your fault. The Abyss is way stronger than any of us imagined.
You need not comfort me. I am no longer who I once was. Let the events of the past continue to collect dust in the annals of history. I will continue to help Natlan in my own way.
Like, with the draft of lucidity? Who knew you could make medicine? Were you a doctor before?
The drought was Guthred's invention. He was a respected military doctor, as well as my trusted second-in-command. We faced a similar situation to what you witnessed today. The endless battles against the Abyss triggered delusions among the soldiers, to the point where some attempted to kill each other. In order to develop a treatment as fast as possible, Guthred used himself as a test subject. He passed away shortly after the drought was complete. That's who he was. Unrelenting in his pursuits. No matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. In the end, he even gave himself up for a chance at success. I'm sure he would be pleased his creation aids people even now. The Abyss has wrought enough suffering on this land. I sincerely hope this war will end soon.
Stop worrying about other people's survival, about their losses and sacrifices. You just need to win. That must be why I've returned. For this moment. Please finish what you set out to do, Commander.
Interesting.
You're more perceptive than I imagined.
We apparently did recognize those words.
However, some things are better kept secret for now. We may be working together, but our goals are not entirely aligned.
What's with the secrets all of a sudden? I'm starting to think we should be more careful around you.
I do not mean to jeopardize the trust between us. I simply prefer to keep this to myself, because it's a personal matter.
I mean, everybody deserves, like, their privacy, so we should respect that.
All I can tell you is this. Natlan may have survived the worst of the crisis, but the souls of this land are still not at peace, and that is why my work is not yet done.
Well, if it's personal, then we'll just have to trust you.
If you have other questions, I'm willing to answer them.
Wait, like anything? Paimon wants to know how you eat with the mask. Anything we want to ask, Traveler?
That's the important question, Paimon. Yes, how do you eat with a mask?
Natlan must pay the price for Mawika's use of the Ruler of Death's power. That price is death. And only Mawika's death can clear the debt. Even now that the war's over and the threat to Natlan is gone, it looks like that death is still set in stone.
In the garden cultivated by the gods,
Interesting.
flowers and weeds grow side by side. When the weeds compete for nutrients in the soil, the gardener intervenes to inhibit their growth. I'm not one to pass judgment based on my own standard of right and wrong. But it is an undeniable fact that she is responsible for my suffering, as well as that of my people. If that explanation is too difficult to understand, allow me to show you exactly what I mean.
Paimon is not very pleased.
The ruler of death can freely define the form of death, or grant immortality to anyone she desires. Her power is a rule in and of itself. Faced with such an overwhelming level of power, it can feel hopeless to resist. But I am of the belief that, in this world, no destiny is unchangeable, no death inevitable, and no rule unbreakable.
Failed the rule before the subathon. I mean, he did not show it on camera, so he's still keeping it for the exclusive OnlyFans. I don't know. Don't ask me. I just call that Hoyo being lazy to think what his face will look like. You know, like they are like, ooh, he revealed it, but the player doesn't see it. Like Genius, that way they do not have to show it like animated or anything.
So, before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder than ever.
Yeah, I agree with that too, though. I think it's better this way. Since apparently it's not like just a normal face given from Paimon's reaction, I think they would probably not have the appropriate FX to like pull that off on a good looking level, like on a believable, not cringy kind of level. So it's better they do it like this, in my opinion. I don't want to see. I mean, you can do that. And there's games that did that. But they have a way more realistic kind of graphics. And you need, like, a very detailed model for that to, like, not look cringe-worthy. So... Also, I think that would bump up the rating, too. So we do not want that.
Oh,
Not that we care, but there are people that care about the ratings.
This is a critical time for you, Traveler. It's best not to delay. So let us end our conversation for now. Best of luck to you all. Goodbye.
And now where's my paycheck? He wanders off. I mean, Capitana was always chill.
Told us his real goal. He kind of reminds Paimon of someone we met recently. Oh, right, the Lord of the Night! They just seem so...
I would teleport, but Paimon is battling.
Since we've both been alive for many centuries, do you think that's just what happens when you've been alive for too long?
Is she done? Can I teleport? Apparently. Zoom. Like, just over here and go backwards? I hope that's the right wing of this. Because I always forget where everything is. But it looks correct. Looks to be just at the blacksmith or something.
Too slow.
It's a shame that Ahau is not voiced. I like him so much. Perfection.
Kanich, Kachina, Mualani? Woo, everyone's here!
Reunited at last. Did you miss us?
I brought candy and cookies to share. Of course we missed you. Ooh, you brought Source crackers too? Score!
Ah, just in time, traveler. It's so stifling in here. I was just about to go outside to get some air.
It's the same temperature outside. Anyway, how was the trip here?
Okay. I see your family is big. Oh my god. You and I'm the one with problems. I think you're the one with the problems.
Huh. To be honest, I also didn't expect this many people to show up. A third of this amount is more than enough for my plan.
You know, it's like with characters. Some people invest horizontally, like you, and some invest vertically, like me. It's easily as that.
I need to ask them about you, gather their thoughts and
my
help.
obsession
That will
is
help the
through the
formation
roof
of your ancient
vertically,
name.
and you do more horizontally. You spread it.
Oh, you brought the Pilgrim's Chronicle, right? Yeah, let me take a look. Okay. The progress looks good. We have enough people, so let's get started.
Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, you forgot somebody.
That's a first. I had to follow a group of monsters further than expected.
See, and the funny thing is, I love Ahau. Ahau is so funny.
When I got back, I heard about what you did to
I
my
could
truck.
listen to Ahau, like, going off all day.
Okay, let's save the pleasantries for later. Everyone's here, so let's get started. All right, let me remind everyone what's going to happen. I need each of you to stand before the Pilgrim's Chronicle and share your stories about the traveler.
Yeah, Yansuna has a really cute personality. Like, she's really like, she's like big sis that always cares for you. I don't know. Even though she's tiny.
Your words will be recorded and become a part of the traveler's ancient name. Any, questions?
Nope.
All right, then to start things off.
Like, Yansan, if I like her kid, is one of the characters I'm not bothered to, like, maybe pull for if I have the amount of investment ready. You know what I mean? It's like not I need 100%. Because, yeah, it always depends on character kit and animations, most of.
Hold on.
Most importantly.
Remember what
Like,
we discussed?
like not how good they are, but if I kind of like the animations.
Oh, right. I almost forgot.
Because if I cared about how good a character is, then my roster would not look the way it does.
Traveler, Paimon, you can't be here for this part.
Okay, I'm off. Bye-bye. They had keeping the secrets. Like, they literally just said they're gonna tell, they are gonna talk about me. Like, they're basically gossiping, and I am not allowed to listen in.
Huh? But why? We want to hear what everyone has to say.
I need people's true thoughts and feelings. It's best if the subject in question isn't involved.
Yeah, it's probably
It's
true.
much more difficult to express those feelings to someone's face. People get shy in those situations. It's just how it is.
But in that case, shouldn't everybody say their piece in a box where it's 100% private? Because sometimes there are people that also don't like to express things they think about a person if other people are listening, even if it's not the person that they are talking about. Or is that just me? Yeah, you're crazy today.
You're right. Just like when Paimon doesn't have enough more to pay for her meal, but she's too embarrassed to tell the traveler, so she has to make up some excuse. So basically, you want us to leave the Pilgrim's Chronicle here and wait nearby?
Why don't we just leave Paimon here too, so she can go in on the gossip?
Oh, don't worry. This shouldn't take long.
Also, thank you for the hydrate.
Everything Shilonen said made sense, but did you see St. Lolly's reaction back there? She was definitely the one who decided we should leave. But staying out here is just making Paimon even more curious about what everyone's gonna say.
I mean, we didn't try and hatch a plan to save Marika by affecting a name. I mean, I would be all for it.
Anyway, you're gonna have an ancient name soon. Ooh, that's so exciting! Feels like we've been in Natland for quite a while already, doesn't it? You're right! If only Paimon could say a few things about you in there.
Well, looks like you're about to have that chance.
If they say that we are supposed to leave, that is not a bad thing. But Paimon is definitely a, okay, we are worried Paimon would blabber kind of moment.
Shilonen, is everything all set?
Almost. We're just missing one last thing. You've been by the Traveler's side the longest, Paimon. We need to hear what you have to say.
But Paimon's not from Natland.
Oh, it doesn't matter. As a Traveler's companion, your contributions are extremely important. You're the perfect person to finish the story. Sorry, Traveler. I just need to borrow Paimon for a second. It should be quick.
Why not just throw us out? Why get Paimon now or later? They definitely did something and now only get Paimon later. Check paper after curious what you can. I didn't do much, as I said. Currently, I'm very busy, so if I have to do any sort of world quests and stuff, I haven't done much.
Paimon gave us a lot, and I mean a lot of information. I'm not even sure the Lord of the Night managed to get all of it.
Well, we've been to 6 nations already.
She did a summary of the whole story. Paimon being Paimon cannot abbreviate at all.
Here, you can have the Pilgrim's Chronicle back. I'll need it when I forge the name, but you can continue your adventures in the meantime. And when the time comes, I will forge you an ancient name unlike anything that's come before.
She means next patch, right?
Marika and Natlan as a whole can finally put an end to this endless war.
Okay, dokie. Where was that thing? I think here. Pilgrim's Chronicle. This is how much has been completed. So basically the whole inner circle, but nothing of the outer ones yet. Interesting. take that into mind. Okay. Why is that glowing? Ah, because we get an extra reward. Okay, now I can finally go to the tribe and do the other one. Okay, now this one can finally be started. So I go over here. Let's see how much of this we can still complete today, since yeah, we don't have an infinite amount of time left. Like, let me see, like 20 minutes and an hour. An hour and 20 minutes is plenty, but not infinite.
What's that sound? Seems like it's coming from that bridge.
Oh, what could it be? Probably the person standing there calling for something or somebody. I'm always impressed by people being able to whistle like that or something. I cannot whistle this loudly.
Oh no! Why is she crying? Should we go check on her? You know, just in case she's thinking of doing something stupid.
Wait, Paimon is using the brain for once?
I'd leave her be. The warriors of the Flower Feather Clan are a proud bunch who never show their vulnerability in public, even if they've gone wingless.
Oh, Chaska?
Good to see you again, Traveler and Paimon. Before we carry on, let's get a little further away before Koyer notices us.
So, that girl on the bridge, Koyer, you said? Should she really be on her own right now? With the mental state she's in, it just seems risky.
I mean, everybody needs a quiet moment to cry sometimes.
Don't worry. That's exactly why I'm here. Elder Alpa sent me to keep an eye on her. If she does attempt the unthinkable, I'll swoop in and catch her. I doubt it'll come to that, though. She's a fighter. A warrior, in fact. One who aimed for the sky. However despondent she might feel now, I'm confident she'll get through it. Well, in the Flower Feather Clan, there's an elite flying squad made up of Kukasaur riders. But it's an extremely selective squad. To become a rider, you need to undergo a trial where you not only demonstrate mastery of the relevant skills, but also win the approval of the Kukasaurs. Very few candidates make it through the process. Koyer has spent years training for her most recent attempt, but unfortunately she didn't pass. So it's not hard to see why she's so upset. Sometimes, after multiple failed attempts to pass the flying tests and win the Kukasaur's approval, people get so disheartened that they give up on their dream to soar the skies. They resolve to quit trying for good. We call those people the wingless.
Do they get expelled from the tribe?
What? No, of course not.
As if they aren't, like, off bad enough already.
We have a saying. Just as the Kukasaur treasures every feather on its body, so the tribe treasures each one of its children. This hits even harder in the wake of the war. All of our young warriors carry the future of our tribe on their shoulders. Besides, every Kukasaur falls from its nest before it learns to fly. It's practically a rite of passage. Likewise for the wingless, we always hold out hope that one day, when they're ready, they'll rekindle their dreams and keep trying. Until then, all we can do is quietly watch over them from a distance. Just like I'm doing now.
Ah, okay. Paimon hopes she'll get back on her feet soon.
Well, from the sound of her whistling, her confidence has been seriously shaken. No Kukasaur is going to respond to a call that sounds like that. Yeah, people from my tribe call to their Saurian companions by whistling or blowing a horn.
Or sometimes they're gigantic
so it
pistols.
Sounds like Koyer was trying to summon a Kukasaur to practice her flying. But the Kukasaurs are an even prouder bunch than our warriors. They would never respond to a lackluster whistle like that. First she failed the trial, and now she's struggling to even summon a Kukasaur. That's only going to hurt her confidence further. And getting trapped in that vicious circle is the kind of thing that'll make people go wingless.
Surely there must be something we can do to help.
Somehow we need to boost confidence. Somehow I've got the feeling we just did that in the other quest.
That's very kind of you. Koyer's flying skills are up to par, but mentally she's stuck in a rut. If she wants to return to the sky, she has to overcome that for herself. I'm going to lay low nearby, just in case she takes a turn for the worse. Let me give you a tour around the tribe once this is all over.
Koyer still isn't giving up. Even though Chaska said that she has to do this by herself, Paimon can't help feeling like maybe we can nudge her in the right direction. What if we could get a Kukusaur to fly up to her? That might give her the confidence boost she needs.
Do we now have to pose as a Kukusaur again? I see a pattern with these quests. Oh, magically now, a definitely real Saurian is coming up.
It's a Kukusaur. Oh my gosh, is this really happening? I did it. I summoned one. I was beginning to think you'd all given up on me completely. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Excuse me? Would you mind if we did some flying practice together? Right now?
Okay, now I'm trapped. If we say no, her confidence will definitely falter
I
again.
think I know where I went wrong in the test now. I need to maintain a higher speed on my turns. So, I just gotta practice my bell tail slides and split S maneuvers. Also, I really want to try some stall turns and cobra maneuvers. Huh? That sounded like a whistle. Is someone else trying to summon a Kukusaur? Hey! Wait! Wait!
Now we just we pretend like.
Koyer's feeling better now. Let's go back to that bridge and check.
Now we pretend we just, you know, we just abandoned her for another person of the tribe, but still that must sting. But maybe it gave a little confidence boost. Tiny, teeny.
Chaska! I summoned a Kukusaur! They do still respond to me after all! Although, unfortunately, someone else summoned it away again before I had a chance to go for a flight.
Oh, really? That is unfortunate. But if you can do it once, you can do it again. Keep at it, and you'll pass the trial eventually.
You're right.
Why do I have the
almost
feeling it was
thought about
Chaska
giving up,
herself who did
but I'm
the
glad I
whistling? Because she said she's gonna lay low and like watch from the sidelines.
Hey, Chaska, how's Koyer doing?
Huh? Who are you? And how do you know my name?
These are my, friends. The Traveler and Paimon.
Paimon blabbering too much again.
You came up in conversation the other day because I was telling them about up-and-coming warriors in our tribe.
Oh, the Traveler, huh? So that's you. What do you mean up and coming? I'm closer to being wingless than I am to passing the trial. Anyway, we haven't met before, have we? You look so familiar somehow.
Maybe you saw her in the stadium? Or anywhere, really. She's been all over Natland lately, so it's not surprising.
Welcome back,
that you've seen her around.
Asfar.
If you say so.
Koyer, Chaska.
Now stick that landing, please.
Here you are. I've been looking everywhere for you two.
Am I the only one that thinks that Chaska would have looked so much better if she was actually flying a Kukusaur instead of a gun or something? I don't know.
Elder Alpa! What's the matter?
Even a bird would have looked better.
I thought I should tell you
Like a
myself.
normal one.
We're going to redo the flying trials.
Redo them? How come?
Mom! This is so unexpected. And I can't believe you came out here just to tell us that in person.
It's embarrassing to admit, but due to time constraints, we didn't do a proper inspection of the arena before the last round of trials began.
I guess we have
Then we
different
started to notice
tastes.
many candidates performing worse than expected. So we redid the inspection afterwards and found a number of issues which likely impacted candidate
It
performance.
is a personal preference after all. I have just always been a fan of like more traditional things. I, for example, also enjoy bows way more than pistols, like in any sort of sense. Also, like in combat. So
This was entirely our mistake.
I'm
and I
guessing I'm
apologize
just a
unreservedly.
traditional kind of
I know
person
it
when it
doesn't
comes
make
to
up for it,
looks.
but I thought bringing you this message in person was the least I could do.
Oh, okay.
Chaska, these people you're with, are they the Traveler and Paimon?
Huh? You've heard of us?
I have indeed. Gathering intel is an essential part of being a warrior. Plus, you've already made quite a name for yourself in that land.
Like at this point, I would be
Actually,
worried if
I've
people
been
do
meaning to
not
invite you to
recognize
enjoy our
us.
tribe's hospitality for some time.
Hospitality? That includes food, right?
Of course it does. If you let us host you, you'll be treated quite lavishly. Mighty warriors are highly revered in our tribe. Besides, we still owe you for your help during the war. Without you, we would have suffered far worse at the hands of the Abyss. So I like the chance to show you our gratitude on behalf of the whole tribe.
With Paimon looking so cute just a second ago, with Instaro, we recently have the chance to get like a costume for. I'm sorry. We have a chance to get the costume for Pom Pom, and with that in place, it would be high time that we get a costume for Paimon and the Traveler here. Like, options would be nice. All this time, they look the same.
Mighty warriors, plural?
And we see them all the time.
Paimon's starting to like you a lot.
That should go without saying. Your flying skills are the envy of our tribe.
The Flower Feather Clan seems like a really nice bunch of people. We definitely need to take her up on this offer.
Well, I'd love to stay, but I'm afraid I still have to inform the other candidates about the retrials. With our younger generation's future on the line, there's no time to lose.
Wait, Elder Alpa! Let me help! The sooner everyone gets the news, the better.
Very well. In that case, Chaska, could I leave you to entertain our guests?
Sure thing.
Okay. Let's meet by the Obsidian Totem Pole later. Collier, let's get going.
Okay.
My poor voice is giving out. I don't know what's going on.
Earshot. I'm just gonna come out and ask. That Kukasaur who responded to Koyer's call, that was your doing, wasn't it?
I've been caught.
I grew up with these creatures. I could tell something was off the second I saw it. Her whole demeanor seemed less like a Kukasaur and more like, well, you. So I figure you must have been pulling the strings somehow. She looked very flustered when Koyer asked for a ride. So I whistled to give her a chance to escape. And judging by the look on your face, that was a welcome intervention, huh? It's all right. If you'd rather your hidden talents remain hidden, I respect that. I won't press you for answers, and I'll keep my speculations to myself. You're the kind of person I'd still trust even if you had superpowers. I know you'd use them for good.
Like, why didn't nobody else so far, like, recognize that we can turn into the Saurians?
I think the ends justify the means in this case. She just lacked confidence, and you helped her resolve her internal conflict. If you hadn't intervened, I likely would have gotten my mom to help out instead. Although, having said that, there's a small chance she might have recognized her and seen through the whole thing. That would have done more harm than good. Yeah. Anyway, if you're free now, how about I give you that tour I promised?
A tour. It's funny how we get a tour of the place that we've been to for the whole quest before now. But I take it. God, that's so high up.
Squall and Fury.
Doesn't help much either.
Too slow.
Up.
Everyone gets opportunities. I just never took the ones I had. The wind rises.
Hey! I was in the middle of climbing.
Ready? I'm gonna get you! Uh-oh. Are they fighting? Should we try and break them up?
They're fine. Just doing their daily combat training.
Combat training? A little young for that, aren't they?
Not to us. We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were the most elite troops in the nation, responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan. And even though times have changed, we've kept our martial spirit alive.
Hey, is that Chaska?
Chaska, you're back!
Oh, can you come train with us?
Now's not a good time, I'm afraid. I'm showing the Traveler and Paimon around. Maybe next time.
Ah, look at the baby Saurian in the background. So
The
cute.
Traveler and Paimon? Wait, you mean that legendary warrior and legendary flying expert?
Legendary? Yep, that's us, alright.
Paimon does like being called legendary.
It's so cool that you can fly without having to ride a cuckoosaur. Even Chaska could only do that for short distances. Miss Traveler, can you teach me some cool sword tricks?
Oh, Miss Traveler, my family shop makes the best volcano cake. You gotta try it.
Let's
We are
behave
being
ourselves, everyone.
swarmed.
These people are here as our guests. They're going to meet Elder Alpa in a few minutes anyway. Kotini. Instead of being jealous of other people's talents, why not work on developing your own? Kapak. There's no point in trying any cool sword tricks until you've mastered the basics. Have you done all your sword drills today? And Yatlan. Easy does it, okay? Not every conversation has to turn into you plugging the family business.
Okay.
Sorry about those kids. They just got overexcited when they heard your name. Hope it didn't bother you too much.
Chaska shut them down instantly. No remorse.
This is a volcano cake that Yatlan forced into my hands. She said to think of it as an apology gift.
Whoa, it smells amazing! Traveler, you want some?
Well, that's good. Yatlan will be thrilled.
By the way, Chaska, those kids really adore you. You're way better with them than Paimon expected. Paimon figured you'd be more... aloof, maybe?
Aloof, huh? Well, to be fair, there was a period when I was like that. Around the time when I first joined the tribe. But it's a terrible attitude to have as a peacemaker. It tends to turn situations that could have had a peaceful resolution into a stalemate that can only be resolved by force. Yep, exactly. As long as other options are available, I try to avoid that at all costs. Someone once told me that peace imposed by force will
Didn't know
crumble
about
in
you,
a
but I
matter of
love eye
days.
covering bags. I think
Peace
I'm
achieved through
indifferent.
genuine
Like,
dialogue.
they are nice, but it doesn't
Actually
have to
benefits
be.
both sides.
The only thing that I find a little weird if it's both eyes at once, like total emo look. that is a little too much, maybe. Like if it's like totally curtains closed.
Even if sometimes the parties are only willing to negotiate because
Other than
they're
that,
both
it's
armed
nice,
to the
but it's not a
teeth.
must-have. Ow, by the way. Stop throwing the pillows. Everything is fine. Peace offering.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm drinking.
Hey, Chaska!
Uncle Cusco knows you're back, and he's coming to get you.
Oh, thanks. Traveler, Paimon. Got a dash. I'll meet you at the totem pole up ahead. You can't miss it. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Wait, are you running away?
First rule of conflict resolution? Grab the fan and run before the you-know-what hits.
Trust Chaska to make even running away sound cool.
Sorry about this. Just stall him for me, okay? I'll explain everything later.
Who are we gonna stall? Only reason Jessica isn't nice because she's overshadowed by Marika from the first branch. Cause after I said eye covering bangs, Twitch decided I can't chat and grayed out the chat. Huh? Is Twitch now blocked too? Everything going bonkers today.
A golden-haired outlander and a white flying object. You must be the traveler in Paimon.
Happens often. I mean, it kind of sounds like a timeout or like a downtime slow-mo timer or something.
I heard Chaska's with you, but I suppose she's run away again, has she?
Like, I don't constantly chat. It's like, guess he ain't in stream. Never happened to me before, though.
Sorry.
Are you on the app? Because I'm never using the app, so I can't say. I'm always, like, on browser if I type.
Who am I? Only her father. She's supposed to go for a checkup every 3 months to see how her abyss condition is doing. We both agreed on it. But she's already missed 3 checkups this year. That's 3 out of 4.
I am not sure. Like on browser it never happens to me. I'm not sure if I'm always on browser and logged in.
Yes. She got exposed to abyssal energy
To
as a
chase
young
evil
child.
girls. I don't think
Then
that's
her
the
birth
case.
parents abandoned her. It's lucky those wild cuckosaurs found her when they did, or she wouldn't have made it. They took her under their wing and raised her as one of their own. Eventually, some riders out on patrol spotted her and brought her back to the tribe. But she was practically feral at that point. The moment you took your eyes off her, she'd be getting herself into a fight, or she'd run away to be with the Saurians. She seemed to prefer them to her own kind. She might as well have been a Saurian in human form.
That must be the aloof period she mentioned, right?
I like how that actually looks old without using the old short model. Yeah, they're using their textures a lot
later
recently, which is
discovered
good.
that her exposure to the abyss had planted seeds of conflict in her heart.
Not everything
So,
needs a new
we
mesh.
started trying to bring it under control. But ultimately, she's the only one who can control it. Anyway, she's much more human these days.
Yeah, don't worry about her. She seems pretty stable to Paimon. She's probably only avoiding the checkups because she thinks it'll stop you guys from worrying about her.
Now, please, the balance our kid team put Everett. Yeah, I really wish they would do that, but I think one of the things that really stands in their way big times is that they are not willing to look at characters again that are already implemented, that they're not like doing retro balancing to things anymore. That is one of the things that are bad, and yeah, sometimes I got the feeling they do just like, do you know, like random balancing. They do something, put it out, and then see what people make with it instead of like thinking themselves like what people would do with it.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. She knows she needs to be careful. If her condition ever took a turn for the worse, she wouldn't be brushing it aside like this. It's just, every checkup she's been to, they find new cuts and bruises. Nothing to do with the abyss, of course. Oh no, that's all fine. The problem with her is, she's her own worst enemy. She's been living dangerously again. I'm sure of it. That's why she's avoiding the checkups. She wants to hide it from us.
Yeah, I can see her doing that.
Oh. In the past, she always had Koichi to keep an eye on her. Now Koichi's gone, and I don't want to lose another daughter. Chaska's been increasingly reckless since Koichi passed. It's like she's trying to make up for it somehow. Next time you see her, please tell her to be careful for me.
She will probably not listen,
Even
though.
if she doesn't want to hear it. If she doesn't want to do these checkups anymore, that's fine. I just want her to stop putting herself in harm's way.
She's listening in.
Whoa, where did the time go? We should be back up with Chaska before it gets any later. To get to the totem pole, we need to head north, right?
Yeah, to me, like, they have two ways they could do things. Either they could do like this, get a random character out that can be either a totally crap or like really, really good, and then rebalance it later. That's how many games do it. Or if they want to keep on with the no balancing thing, they have to get a better grasp on how the game actually like works deep down, and what the level is that they want characters at, and then do everybody actually balanced. Like, that's the two things you can do. But don't do half and half and the worst parts of both. You can't do that. That doesn't work.
Hey, Chaska. Hey, Alba.
It's all right. I bet my dad talked your heads off, huh? What did he say? I was
At the very
least,
we can still clear like endgame modes here. Whereas in Star Rail, I don't even need to start with it. I don't know.
That's putting it mildly.
They making it way too difficult.
The memories. It feels like it was only yesterday when we brought you back and had Cusco and his family take you in. Back then, no one imagined this feral child would grow up to be the strongest warrior of the Flower Feather clan.
Huh? You were the one that brought Chaska back to the tribe?
That's right. Elder Alpa was already a veteran rider by then. She spotted me while patrolling from the skies and tracked down my Kukasaur mom.
They gotta try. 40% want another pyro buff or a healer. 40% want a good off-field pyro. 10% want full DPS Archon. Guess which one they'll choose? Let me do that. Spin the wheel. Ooh, it's another DPS again. How could that happen? I always call that they doing the RNG spin balancing. They're like, roll the wheel. Oh, it's a DPS. Spin the wheel. Oh, it's crap. Yeah, like they have like a one tiny stripe for the things that would actually be good, and the rest of the wheel is just bad choices.
Mom agreed it was time I tried to re-enter human society. But I didn't know the first thing about being civilized. I clashed with everyone who had to deal with me.
And look at you now, renowned throughout the land as a peacemaker. How time flies. When the day comes that I can't fly anymore, it will be up to you to look after our tribe and our flying squad.
You know me, though. I'm not a natural commander. I'm better off as a lone wolf on the front line. So stick it out at least a few more years, okay? Give Koyer and the others time to come into their own.
Oh, stop.
Wait, so isn't the leader just the strongest warrior in the tribe? At least Paimon figured that's how your tribe would work.
Strength is certainly a core tenet in the Flower Feather clan. But strength means far more.
Paimon has no idea how being a leader actually works.
If it all came down to individual strength, I'd struggle to call myself a warrior, let alone a member of the flying squad. Any fighter in the tribe could take me down. Well, sorry to disappoint you. It was something I aspired to at one point. So much so that I went adventuring in the Cinder City, Ochkanatlan, to try and prove myself. But it was foolish of me. I wasn't ready.
Yeah, she assumed, but they are not that dumb.
I came back empty-handed and seriously injured. The fact that I survived was something, I suppose. But after that, I never seriously considered myself a strong fighter.
And yet, you still managed to become the leader.
Paimon is a little pea-brain, but she's still meeting well.
All while battling those old injuries. Don't you think that's a display of strength in its own right?
Let's shelve this discussion for now. Traveler, Paimon, there are some simple refreshments on the table. Please help yourselves.
Oh, Paimon will not say no to that. Watch it.
Yes! Paimon was waiting for that part. They were for the snack stomach. The refreshment stomach still has plenty of space. Paimon is so full.
I thought you had more space in the other stomach.
Well, if you're enjoying our
looks like she filled up all stomachs she had.
Feel free to stay with us as long as you like.
Elder Alba? There's,
Something's come up.
Hey, I want to hear too. Why are they whispering?
What happened? Is it serious? Shall I deal with it?
It's... Some merchants showed up. Not from our tribe. They said they're here to discuss some potential collaboration with us.
Okay.
Why now? This is terrible timing. There are a few wingless that we haven't managed to reach yet, and we still haven't inspected the retrial arena.
Let me handle the other errands while you meet with the merchants. You shouldn't be trying to do everything at your age.
You should help too. Seems only fair after all that food we ate.
Still, I don't know. I did not pay enough attention, I guess, to the voice.
Huh. Well, much obliged. Cheska, the remaining wingless are all people you know. Let's see. Pishika now manages the floating target balloons. Waska's probably still addicted to eyes on the feather.
At the moment, I'm just happy we get voices at all, so I'm not too picky.
City. I'll leave you to tell them the news.
You know what I mean? It's better than having nothing voice, so I'm not too picky. That was hard.
Are you sure you
my
don't want to
freaking mouse
reconsider,
wheel.
Pashika? I appreciate it, boss. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with my life nowadays.
Pashika, they're redoing the flying trials. Huh? Mutoda?
Ah, did Alpa send you? I was just telling Pashika the news, actually. The way things are with the tribe these days. I mean, you don't need me to tell you. This here is no future for a seasoned warrior like you.
Ah, come on, boss. Do you have any idea how long it's been? I've been wingless for years now. I'm not cut out for that anymore. Of course, I'll do my part if we ever need to defend the tribe. But there's really no point in me trying out for the flying squad now. I've already made my peace with it. Not everyone has what it takes to return to the sky after going wingless. Elder Alpa's perseverance is something else. And it's okay if I'm not destined for greatness. I might not have the Kukasaur's approval, but with my hot air balloons, I can still reach the skies. Handling these balloons every day, seeing how the customers react, the looks on their faces.
It seems like he found happiness. I mean, fair enough for him.
What you love doing can be just as hard as passing the flying trial. It's worth holding on to.
Fair enough. It's your choice. I won't force you.
Oh, by the way, you should try taking a balloon ride if you've got the time. Once you've been up there for yourself, you'll see why I love it so much. No problem. If you ever want to give it a try, you know where to find me.
I already did almost by accident. We'll do that at some point. Not right now.
A retrial? What's the point? I pretty much treat life like it's a game. No Kukasaur's ever going to approve of that, no matter how many times I try.
Waskar, I can assure you, Kukasaurus wouldn't judge you for something like that.
Well, they must be judging me for something. Maybe I lack fighting spirit, or just don't have the talent. Not everyone's a natural like you. Don't waste your time on me. You'll have better luck with the ones who still have their heads in the clouds. In the meantime, I think I'm going to treat myself to a few more games of Eyes on the Feathered Prize.
Yeesh, there's wingless. Then there's being a total lost cause.
You used to be a fierce warrior, actually. But fighting spirit alone won't win you the Kukasaurus approval.
Are all Kukasaurs so strict? The ones in floating target balloons and Eyes on the Feathered Prize seem pretty chilled out.
It's one thing to hang out and have fun, but quite another to take to the skies with a human life on your back.
I mean, he just gave up on life, you know. You can't just, hear that. He accepted that he will not pass for himself. He gave up, and therefore he's, head in the clouds. They are just dreaming of things they can never achieve.
Giving a ride to someone who's unqualified endangers not only the rider, but also the Kukasaur themselves. If the
What's
rider
that
makes a mistake,
supposed
they
to
both
mean?
suffer the consequences.
Are we now being hair colorist or what?
So we have a mutual understanding with the Kukasaurus.
Also, the traveler
If
is
someone
blonde
isn't up
too.
to
Just
standard, we
saying.
have to
Just something I
reject them.
noticed.
Even if it means breaking their hearts.
The harsh reality of things.
Too slow.
But there's a lot of running in this quest for sure.
Too slow.
Possessed without consent. It is a little worrisome. Most of the time, I indwell into Saurians that are already dead, though. So
Hey, Junan.
I don't know if that makes it worse or better.
Chaska? What are you doing here? Is something up?
The flying squad is hosting retrials again soon. Want to give it another try?
Yeah, first kill it, then go. And while we're at it, when they are in a group, kill the whole group first. That's how I do it, because it's just, why would I leave the other ones be? Then they just have to get sad. That way nobody's sad, because they're all dead, right? Today with screwed ways to see life.
Maybe you're forgetting the definition of wingless.
Games definitely
I've
make you
failed
say
so
things
many
that you
times
would never
already
say in
I've
real life
decided to
that
call it
way.
quits for good. I'm done. Elder Alpa always goes out of her way to come and tell me when a new trial is coming up, and it's nice of her to think of me, but nothing's gonna change. I'm not going to suddenly pass just because they're holding another trial.
They're making some big changes to the arena this time, so the flying experience should be smoother than before. Koyer's gonna try again.
No, forget it. If I was genuinely good enough to make the squad, the location shouldn't affect my chances. A true rider can fly confidently whatever the conditions. Like you and Elder Alpa.
Junan! They're redoing the... Huh? Chaska and the Traveler. You're already here. I guess they told you already then. Come on, let's go train together.
Let's see if that sways her.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
What? Why? But you've always looked up to Elder Alpa. She went wingless after her injury and spent years drifting, but even she came back and made it in the end. If she can do it, why can't you?
I mean, I don't have that kind of perseverance. And besides, the last thing I want to do is fail in front of her yet again.
Oh, come on. You know you don't need to worry about that. All right, well, how about we just treat this as you being my mentor? Then will you train with me?
She just wants a training partner.
Enough umming and ahhing. Let's just get up in the air and figure it out as we go.
Wait! Hold on, slow down. I can't keep up.
Well, that's one way to do it.
At least they are motivated now, somehow.
They've been best friends since they were kids. If anyone knows how to get Junan out of a rut, it's Koyer. You helped Koyer deal with her internal conflict, and now she's done the same for someone else. You know, people often talk about how one conflict leads to another and so on. But sometimes in life, things spiral in a good direction instead.
Like a good thing causing a good thing. That's a good thing. That sounded dumb, but that's the way it is. Okay, 1 out of 3 done.
We've notified all the wingless on the list now, right? Where to next?
Apparently
The
over
trial
there.
arena. It's not far from the tribe.
I'll be the judge of that. So far, the only thing I see is like a marker. Okay, that's really not that far. Where exactly? Down there? Oh no, down here. It doesn't look like an arena to me, honestly. Oh well. Could be worse.
Oh, hey there, Chaska. Did Elder Alpa send you?
Yeah, she's got other things on her plate right now. How are things looking here?
Well, the inspection revealed numerous blockages all over the trial arena. It looks like they're the result of ley line disorders. caused by repeat abyss invasions.
Looks like we need to clear those then.
Theoretically, we just need to clear those obstacles, and the arena will fill up with gaseous phlogiston again. But that's proving difficult to achieve in practice, for all sorts of reasons. Why don't you head on down and check things out for yourself? Feel free to ask the staff for more details.
And you saw at least one stone to be smashed. Does that mean I need to change up group? From the comfy do nothing group? I mean, I can, but... Ooh. Trial. We're gonna get... Oh. I'm not trusting that. I've gotten too many... cutscenes in between and died because of it.
I think it should be possible to clear this spot with just a few hard hits. But there are signs of strange life in here. Meddling with it might be dangerous.
Can we just blow up these? Because they're very conveniently placed to the side of it. You know? Just... Boom.
Monsters!
Ow, by the way. Is it still stuck in the stone, or is that just me? There's a stone below.
I thought I was done for. Oh, this
Ow, in the
now.
geyser.
Thank you very much.
Okay. It was stuck in the geyser. Where's the next spot? Oh, they're higher up. Looks like we need to do this. However, if you can attack a structural weak point simultaneously, it may collapse. Okay.
This is crazy. I put all of my strength into it, but it just won't break. Maybe Inkanak was right after all. If a stable structure is formed inside the solid phlogiston, I'll need to hit all the weak spots at the same
The
time.
patch really upped the chance of it removing to someone, stopping you from gliding, so you're like, yeah, that's why I'm very, very careful.
How am I supposed to do that?
I'm very careful with approaching any sort of quest from the side. Okay, so we're supposed to use Chaska, I presume.
Take me up. Giddy up.
I mean, it worked.
Ah, so that's how you do it.
Oh.
Amazing.
Was this just me? Did that sound a little off? Okay, where to next? Over there and then on the very top.
Let's fly.
Okay, what do we need to do here? Ouch!
How strange. Why is there so much solid phlogiston here?
Well, could be from the Children of Echoes. Maybe it got swept up here due to the ley line disturbances. And I did see those strange markings on the cliff.
I can't think of a way to resolve this. Short of going all the way to the Children of Echoes to borrow it to Petlisor.
We're borrowed from the side over there. Actually. Ooh, we magically appeared. Okay, nice. That worked. Okay, only one more left to go. Okay, what do we need to do here?
Oh, are you here to help? Thank goodness. There's no way I could do all this by myself. So the blockage here has to be cleared using a special bomb. But carrying explosives up that steep slope would be a recipe for disaster. If I dropped it or slipped and fell, I'd be blown to bits in an instant. So, my plan was to transport the bomb to the other side, then send it over in a hot air balloon. All I need now is for someone else to strike the balloon at the right moment, dropping the payload right on top of the spout, and problem solved. What do you think? Simple enough, right?
If I'm not too dumb to hit it, yes.
Huh? Oh, that one. No, I've got no idea who that belongs to. Or how they got it up so high. I just wish I could fly up there and check out what kind of tech they're using. Ah, well. Getting the trial arena back in order is more important. I'll head over and set up now. Let me know when you're ready.
I guess I'm ready.
Get ready!
Take me up.
Okay, when are we gonna blow this? When it's over here?
Open fire.
How the heck am I supposed to shoot this? It did do nothing.
Locked on.
Okay, we did totally fail. Why did it not do it on the first time? I was trying, but it didn't. It just did not do. Can I try again?
Right. Get ready!
Okay, I'll try again. Somehow I didn't want to shoot the first time round. Do not ask me why. Okay, we'll... here, maybe? Now it's better.
The gaseous phlogiston is being replenished.
That
Looks like all the
almost
paths
ended
have been
in tears.
Let's head back up.
Okay, where are we supposed to go now? Oh, vintage point.
Squall Fury.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Wow, you took care of everything in no time at all. Incredible work. Now we just have to wait until the gaseous phlogiston is fully replenished. Then we can kick off the retrials.
Actually, Inkanak, I'd like to do a test flight first, just to make sure we're not missing anything. Could you arrange that for me?
Huh? But you only just finished getting the arena ready. There could still be other hazards we're unaware of.
All the more reason to have me test it out. Think of it as another inspection.
I mean, having a experienced flyer try out the arena before the trial people are doing it is probably a good idea.
I guess you're right. With your flying skills, you won't be in any serious danger, even if there are hazards we overlooked.
The conditions in this area seem a little unstable, but a test flight is the only way to catch any lingering issues.
All right, I'll get things set up for you. Just let me know when you're ready. Are you ready? This should be a piece of cake for Chaska. But, all right, then spread your wings and fly.
Yeah, hopefully, but not for me, maybe. How do I get... Oh, that's how you get down. I think I'm just going through the rings, right? I hope I'm doing it correctly. Da da. Where's the last one? Are we missing one? There. Just on the way back. Did I just fall to my death again?
Paimon couldn't take her eyes off you.
I was trying to look up as hard as I could. It didn't go any higher.
No, nothing major. Give it a few days, and we should be able to conduct the trials.
Help! Help me! You're from the Flower Feather clan, right? Please, come quick. You've got to help us.
Catch your breath first. What's the situation?
We got attacked by a Kukasaur. My friends are still stranded in the middle of the road with the goods we were transporting. Please, I'm begging you, save them.
Huh? Are Kukusaurs really that aggressive? Do they usually attack groups of people unprovoked?
Yeah, you can only do it a tiny steady bit at a time. If you want to go a higher angle, you just have to do it manually.
Not in my experience, but there are exceptions to every rule. Let's go check it out.
Go and rescue. I wonder if they were like provoked or something, or why they did attack in the first place.
I've never seen such an aggressive Kukusaur.
Ouch! I've never seen such an aggressive Kukusaur!
Why did your voices suddenly change? What the heck happened? Shanghi's banana looked like he's holding Huigui.
Tasca?
It did?
Traveler? This is a
I
surprise.
did not pay attention to that. I have to have a look at it later.
Elder Alpa? Huh. So, where's this aggressive Kukusaur we've heard about?
Already flew away. Looks like it backed off once it realized that reinforcements were coming.
Check the pic I sent later. Yeah, I'll check it later. Just remind me.
So why do you think it attacked these people in the first place? Was it after the food?
No. These merchants are even transporting food.
Then why?
Thank goodness. The phlogiston wings are intact.
Phlogiston wings.
Thank you so much for coming to our rescue. These
What are
phlogiston
phlogiston wings?
are our most prized goods. If anything happened to them, it would ruin us.
Wait a minute. Are you the merchants that were looking to collaborate with us? Wormy told me about you.
Yeah, that's us. So I take it you're Elder Alpa?
I am. You must be exhausted from your journey, not to mention shaking up from the attack. Let me bring you back to our tribe to rest. We can talk business after you've recovered.
But Elder Alpa, what about the Kukusaur attack?
525 days, so Mika has been 499 days. Things are getting insane at some point. They need a better solution. I'm saying it again and again.
Our guests here weren't seriously injured, and their goods are intact. Perhaps that Kukusaur was just having a bad day. There are so many of them around here.
Not only for
You'd
4
expect
stars, they
something
also
like
need
this
a better
every once
solution
in a
for
while.
5 stars that they
don't
deem
think
not
we need to pursue it any
interesting enough to
further.
rerun in their
More
eyes.
importantly, how are the preparations for the flying trials going?
Give us free
Is
4-star
everything
on
in
their
order over
birthday.
at the arena?
If they don't want to give out free stuff, which I can understand, just put the 4 stars in the glitter shop. Oh, and the 5 stars, just make an old banner that you call old banner that you can like basically make the Chronic Wish banner, but just make it permanent. That's it.
Huh? Did you say flying trials? What a coincidence! Sounds like a perfect use case for our phlogiston wings.
Not new
You'll be
5-star in
pleasantly
the
surprised
shop.
by what they can do.
Oh, you mean more 5 stars in the shop? I was like, okay. 5 stars in the shop would also be an idea that they could do. They have, let's just put it on the paper. They have so many possibilities on what they could do. They just need to pick one of them. Each one is like equally goods and bads and implement it. But at the moment, they are doing nothing of that. And that's a bad thing.
Oh, really? Now I'm intrigued.
Well then, let's forget all about this Kukusaur attack for now. We have some serious business to discuss.
Like, the Chronicle Wish could have been the solution if they kept up with it. If they were like, okay, it is permanent and it changes every patch or every second patch, whatever, which region it is based in. Done. Nothing else you need to do.
So that's it? That all went smoother than expected. Well, guess we'd better get going. Huh? Chaska?
And for 4 stars, they can just put them in the glitter shop and be done with it. Like, There's way too few things that you can seriously purchase in there, except like the actual like getting more wishes to pull on new characters. If Hoyo is listening, like, listen to this. Put more things people want to put their glitter stuff into the glitter shop. Therefore, more people pull for stuff like that. They have less glitter. Therefore, they have less wishes to put into the new 5-star characters that you put out. Therefore, they have to spend more to get those and the old stuff. Sound good, right? Just do it.
A bloodstained feather.
Interesting. Maybe somebody was provoked after all. Two was really, really short.
The Flower Feather Clan should be about ready to hold the new flying
Maybe we
trials
can
right
even
now.
do number 3 now. I wonder how long the third part is. Oh, we also already have it in navigation. I wonder how long the last part is.
Quit following me.
Traveler and Paimon.
3 is the same length of both combined. Okay, so maybe it's a bit too long. I didn't pay attention how long these two were.
Time. Although, can't say the same for the Cuckoosaurs. Bit of a low turnout, huh?
Yeah, you'll see why soon enough.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
That's not what I expected.
Really flying! I feel light as a feather. I'm flying without a Cuckoosaur.
The Cuckoosaur are like, no, the overlords have replaced us.
These phlogiston wings are awesome.
What's going on? Paimon can barely believe her eyes. How did they fly all on their own?
The merchants we ran into that day were selling a product called phlogiston wings. It's a flying machine worn on the back. To operate it, you just use a handheld trackball that controls the flow of gaseous phlogiston.
That's incredible.
Yeah. If our tribe, well, if Natlan mass adopted this technology...
I love them using art to illustrate things they won't animate. This is easy method. It is way better than the black screen of text.
Just think of the countless tragedies that could be averted.
I feel like I'm dreaming. Did I really just fly on my own without the help of a Cuckoosaur?
You'd better believe it. Plus, you just passed a flying trial. Right, Elder Alba?
Certainly, that would have helped.
Elder Alpa?
Too bad we cannot change the past.
Should this really count as a pass? If we did the trial using phlogiston wings?
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance. It doesn't specifically say you have to ride a Cuckoosaur, does it?
If the tryouts are for the flying squad, that is meant to be like an elitist protection warrior flying command unit. I don't know what the correct name is. Like, I don't see a problem with them using something else as long as they perform well enough.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, even Chaska had to ride a Cuckoosaur in a trial, right? And the whole point of the trial is to test both your flying technique and your ability to work with a Saurian companion.
Somebody's stinky.
Well, if we can fly by ourselves, maybe we don't need to test the ladder anymore.
Chaska, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
I mean, try it out.
You see? Even the Traveler agrees.
Yeah, as long as they do not throw the Cuckoosaurs out of the camp, because that would be really sad if they were just like, you are not needed anymore, now get out.
Why? Shunan finally mustered the courage to go through with this. And now you're saying it doesn't count?
I don't have any experience using these wings in battle, nor is it immediately obvious how to incorporate them into the existing systems in our tribe. Taking a longer-term perspective, I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how these things work. Then we can develop a new trial format with new
I mean,
assessment criteria.
technically, we
Tailored to
do not
candidates
know
using
if they
phlogiston
have like a
rates.
weak point that if you shoot them, you don't just like fall down, but you also kind of explode or something, so it has an AoE effect or something. But I mean, why not define that before the trial?
You all raise valid points. But Chaska, while your proposal sounds perfectly reasonable, it would probably take years to put it into practice. We lost so many people in that war. These phlogiston wings could be exactly what we need to strengthen our forces and boost morale in this trying time.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, war is going on and people are being picky about how to win. That is a weird system.
And as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunities to gain that. I have high hopes for you, Junon.
Huh? Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you! Oh, thank you. Thank you, Elder Alpa.
You have nothing to thank me for. Remember, the way you got your wings back was by relying on yourself.
Oh, Elder Alpa! Bad news! Kukosaurs are attacking the merchants again!
Now I'm wondering if the Kukosaurs are stinky at the wings.
Again? Okay, everyone, stay put while I...
Huh? Chaska?
Or wait. Maybe they're attacking them for a reason. Are they maybe hurting or like salvaging the Saurians for this stuff? I mean, where's the product coming from, you know?
And the others too? Anyway, let's go see what this is all about.
Because did we get a word on how these are made? Are they like just technology that uses the phlogiston, or do they use something else to be made?
Quit following me.
Go and rescue the... Oh my god. And I'm again in another cutscene out of nowhere. These are so randomly placed.
It found us again. Run! Get out of here!
Curses. She's really riled up this time. Hey, stop running! We'll never outrun a creature with wings! Get back here and let's fight!
On a scale of 1 to 10, can I borrow $5? From who? From who?
All of you.
From me, probably not, because I'm broke. Which $5?
Chaska! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that thing!
You can't borrow something that isn't there. That is the thing. You can't just not subscribe. Then your $5 are there, you know.
So it
that is
remains you,
actually doing it.
sister.
Wait, sister? That Kukosaur is Chaska's sister?
Maybe she can ask what the merchants have been doing that got them so riled. Because something must be up. They wouldn't react this way without.
Koya, wait!
Is Chaska gonna be okay? Should we go check on her? Chaska, are you okay?
I'm fine. Sorry for making you worry. No point. She's an expert at hiding her tracks. Once she's shaken you off, you'll never catch up to her. At least, I always used to lose to her at hide-and-seek when we were kids. Well, yeah. You know I was raised by Kukosaurs. Anyway, she and I grew up in the nest together. Her name's Koya, and she's my big sister. We played together all the time, chasing each other through treetops or mountaintops. It felt like it would go on that way forever. Until the day I was sent back to live with the humans. Not all Kukasaurs are friendly towards people. Koya, for instance, she's fine with me because we grew up around each other, but she's not fond of other humans.
But unfond enough to actually attack somebody random? I don't think that would be the case.
When Mom decided to send me away, Koya strongly protested, and after I left, she became more and more reluctant to interact with humans.
Maybe she thinks that humans stole you away from her.
Yeah, she sounds a little pissy.
It's a possibility, but in any case, we still stayed best friends at first. I had a hard time adjusting to life in the tribe. So whenever something went wrong, I'd run off into the wild and vent to Koya.
Ah, so that's what Uncle Cusco was talking about. He said you seemed to prefer hanging out with Saurians to your own kind back then.
Yeah, I did. But then, gradually, everything changed. With a new mom and dad, a new tribe, and Koichi.
Did you forget about your other sister? That's a little sad, though.
I started getting curious about these humans. I made an effort to understand their behavior. The more time I spent with them, the less I spent with Koya. And then, one day, it was Koya's turn to leave the nest. She sought me out and asked if I was willing to leave the tribe and go live in the wilderness with her. As far as I can remember, that was the first time she ever approached a human settlement on purpose.
So, how did you answer her?
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes. No, I was torn. On the one hand, I'd already made up my mind to embrace my new family and accept my human identity. But I also knew that Koya wasn't a fan of humans, and I didn't want to disappoint her. She took my hesitation as an answer.
Aww.
She saw it as a personal betrayal, threw a huge fit, and then flew off. We hadn't seen each other since, well, until today. Not for a lack of trying, though. I tried asking Mom where Koya's new nest was so I could talk things out with her.
Watch the 3 videos
But
about
Koya had already
flame
asked Mom not to tell me
chasers.
where she'd moved to.
What flame chaser? About...
It must be hard for Mom, being stuck between her 2 daughters. So I didn't press the issue. And I didn't go looking for her. If things carry on like this, I need to make sure I find her before anyone else. Even if she doesn't want to see me. For now, let's bring the wounded back to the tribe.
Yeah, they have a lot of names starting with a Z. I don't know. It must be a tribe thing. Maybe it's a family thing then. I don't know.
Too slow. The wind rises.
I'm like, what the heck just fell on me? But it was a Saurian.
Quit following me.
Everybody's starting with Z.
Too slow. Squall Fury.
So if we see somebody that has a C in their name, should we then like perk up and be like, same family?
Too slow.
Somehow I'm scared. Last time I went up here, it got me into a cutscene. I couldn't climb up all the way. It's not quite how you write that.
The wind rises.
But I see the point. Okay, there we go. Discuss the situation. Discussing. I'm discussing heavily. God, it's gotten really dark in here.
There's been another Kukasaur attack.
Ha! I knew it. They're wild animals, and they can't be trusted.
I wonder how my camera can even still see me at that light.
Show a little respect. The Kukasaurs are our partners.
Maybe in the flying squad, but they don't give a hoot about the rest of us.
Ah, he's back.
Well, now that we have the phlogiston wings, do we even need the Kukasaurs anymore?
Are you kidding? How are we supposed to protect our tribe without them?
I didn't mean it like that.
Huh? Protect our tribe? Or are you just scared that your precious flying squad will lose its prestigious position?
You take that back!
God, what good times for everybody to
changing
just
so quickly.
bickering about them.
Tasca, there's a conflict emerging there. Aren't you going to nip it in the bud?
The whole tribe's talking about this now. Breaking up a single fight won't solve anything. The real source of conflict here is the phlogiston wings. And what happened with Koya.
On any other day, people would just brush this attack aside. After all, clashes between wild Kukasaurs and humans are no more common than those between people.
But now that the phlogiston wings have entered the equation, it's sparked a debate over whether our tribe needs the Kukasaurs at all.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City. Back then, Lord Ochkon's hatred of the Saurians nearly destroyed the peace forged by the Pyro Archon, Chaska. To prevent things from deteriorating further, I'd like to task you with restoring peace to the tribe.
I will.
Like, oh, here, infinitely hard thing, you do it.
Traveler, you've already done so much for Natlan. And the Flower Feather
Yeah,
clan
dude,
has no right to ask
you need
more
to
of
tell me what exactly I need to do. I'm good at destroying things.
Looks like I was making a mountain out of a molehill.
And don't forget about Paimon. Just leave this to us.
This whole situation has unfolded so quickly that it's put us on a back foot. To tell the truth, it makes me a little suspicious.
You think someone might have orchestrated all this?
It kind of looks like it. Prime suspect.
It's possible. Leave it with me. I'll look into it. Also, Chaska, could you try to keep a low profile while you're out there digging around? We don't want to give our hand away.
I'll do my best.
Somebody joined Discord. I didn't pay attention. I'll look at it later. As long as nobody misbehaves, it's not that bad.
Where should we start?
This all began with Koya's attacks. If we can find out what led her to do it, that should give us something to work with. Unlikely. Given how she reacted when I showed up, I don't think she's forgiven me. If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator.
Chaska doesn't know what to do, so she goes back to Mama. That's kind of how this looks like to me. I can understand it's a natural instinct. Oh my god, that's so far away. We'll go from here or something. It's cute, yeah. That's what you do. When everything goes south, you're like, Mama, I need help.
Quit following me.
Unless you have a bad relationship with your parents or something, then not. But like normally, you know. Yes, exactly. Being strong does not mean you have to do everything alone. Admitting you need help is what can make you strong. Hey, don't attack me. I don't have time for this. I'm not having much time left on stream and I'm using it to the best of my ability. And fighting with random Saurian is not one of it.
Wow, so this is where you used to live as a child?
Mm-hmm. When I was little, we used to do this thing where I'd jump from the top of this tree, and Koya would fly over from the platform and catch me in midair. Or sometimes we'd both fly from the treetop together, and then after some aerial maneuvering, she'd throw me up onto that platform.
So does that mean that's basically your childhood home?
After we got a bit older, we went to the nearby shores looking for even greater heights.
Stop! You're gonna give Paimon a heart attack!
Oh, really? I just thought it made a fun story. Then I'll share more with you when there's time. Anyway, back to the matter at hand.
I wish I could make whistling noises like this. I can. My whistling skills are very, very limited. Or not at all existent.
Hey, Mama Bird. I'm back. My last visit was only a week ago, wasn't it? See? I visit you more than I visit Papa Cusco.
Is it just... No, is it the lighting? Because Doesn't she have a different texture? Like a lighter one? Or is that the lighting
I
here?
brought a couple of friends with me. These are the Traveler and Paimon. Traveler, Paimon, this is my mom. Her name is Chimpu. In the human tongue, anyway.
Hi.
No, not really. I don't speak it as such, but I can sort of get the gist. Although only with Mom and Koya, since I spent my formative years with them.
I think that's just interpreting like how they act.
Even then, it's basically a best guess based on their
Gesturing.
sounds, body language, and expressions. Seems to work about 9 times out of 10, anyway. As for whether Mom understands me, I can't always tell. But somehow we still manage to communicate. Call it the family bond, I guess. Don't worry. I'm doing well, but I think Koya might be in some trouble.
Yep, there might be a situation.
I know she's never been a fan of humans, but she's never deliberately attacked them before either. What's behind this sudden change?
Does, Auntie Chimpu know anything?
Doesn't look like it. Koya hasn't visited her in a long time.
So whatever it is, she brewed that up by herself.
Then could you please tell me where she's living nowadays? I really need to talk to her. If this animosity between her and the tribe continues, then the next time there's an incident, I don't know if I'll make it there in time. She said she'll take us there. Thank you, Mom.
Oh, how cute. Yeah, that's far away. We'll probably try to fly.
Squall and Fury.
Or something. There isn't like a thing here prepared for nothing. That thing is here on purpose. Okay, let's try that. I haven't flown with these things for so much yet, so we'll see how things are going. No! No, I didn't do... Oh. I don't know what happened, but it gave me a lift, and that's good. Okay. Other than that, I need to catch these little dots here, right? Ooh, that barely worked out. Wait, there's the next one. Ooh, these are like very, very on point. We have been infiltrated. On the Discord, because I have my Discord off while I'm streaming. Give me a second, I can have a look. Shall I? Is it that bad? Oh god. Give me a second. You get a nice... Wait. I'll go over here. You get some music while I try to deal with things. Give me a sec. Has done nothing yet? But you think they would? It's sussy. Yeah, I know it's sussy. But if a person hasn't done anything yet... If a person hasn't done anything yet, I thought maybe they have done something. Then block them. Block them. Okay, if they do that, then I'll give out a warning and a ban. Or how do you do that thing? Oh god. How do I do that? I'm never doing much on Discord. Give me a second. So, I just go to the newest one. Jessica, you said, right? I get it. Give me a sec. server. I don't know how to do this. Give me a sec. There must be a way to give me server settings. Okay, wait. I'm on it. Da, da, da. Well, at least I'm learning something today. I'm learning how to ban people. Okay. Should be dealt with. Thanks for giving me a heads up. Okie dokie, it has been dealt with. Let me go back in game. Yeah, these guys they are plopping out of nowhere recently. In stream, Discord, on Twitter, everywhere. Like, I don't know what these guys want. Like, are people actually so dumb and buy stuff from them? Like, maybe people that have money. Maybe I just can't relate because I have none, but... like, if I were to ever have money and I would buy graphics, I wouldn't buy it off some random person off of Discord. 100% not. Maybe it's different if you're like rich or something, because then you don't care if you misspend or something. But still, give me a second. I just saw that there's a... yeah, this thing is here. I want it. Okay, now Oculus taken, and I shoot way over because I was so busy. Let me go back. You can hit 10k people and even one falls, it's worth it. Yeah. It is really bad recently. I don't know why that happens. It's... I don't know. It has increased, or maybe that's just my perception. It has increased for me. There's like not a day I don't wake up and like my Twitter doesn't give me like a notification that I've been added to some weird chat group that is basically like just bullshit, which you can see by the accounts that are like adding you. Like, why is stuff like that happening? I don't know. Must be lucrative because people are trying it. Funny for me, I say like they say, "Can I ask you something?" I say, "Go on," and they don't reply. You must be lucky then. Oh, also I kept on my music. Sorry.
We stay here? Okay. Got it. Traveler.
Is she gonna get the sister?
Mom says we should stay out of sight for now. She'll talk to Koya first.
No, for me it's like when people come and go with that question. I had that in the very beginning before, where I said like, yeah, what's your question? And then they do like paragraph after paragraph until I block them. When I say like no, they don't stop. They still go for it, like over and over. They ask and like idiots. I don't know.
It might just make things worse.
I don't get those people. Like actual bots I can understand because they're not people. They're just doing everything automatic. But like the things where you can tell it's clearly a person doing the scam, like do they have nothing better to do all day? Anyone that adds me without me seeing in any chat, I'm already blocking. I mean, for me, it's like different. There are people that are just liking to be quiet. They don't want to talk. They want to lurk, and that's totally fine. I don't say anybody must chat. As long as nobody stirs up trouble, they are fine to also lurk on a Discord and not write a single thing. That's totally okay. That's why I don't immediately ban. But if I get evidence that they're a scammer, they're gonna get the ban. Easy. I wonder what they're talking about.
Any idea what they're saying?
I want a translation now.
Sounds like things are more complicated than I imagined.
What? Jeez. Oh, don't put the salt into that wound. Yeah, I still remember. That's the worst thing. Like, if the people come in and say, hello, I do art. Do you want to buy my art? And I'm like, no. And they like, okay, buy, and they leave. I have not a problem. Asking is not a big deal. I mean, my opinion of you is gonna drop then, but... But the people that are like, hi, how you doing? Do you like that? I really like your whatever's. Talk for like 10 minutes until and also, do you want to buy my stuff? Here it is. Like, come on, don't waste your time and don't waste my time, okay? Don't be fake.
No.
And now I really want to know what they're saying.
It's Chime, Koya's child. The attackers kidnapped her.
I can understand the raft now. I'm also having the raft now.
They came over the sea.
At least buy me dinner first. I still don't know.
What the heck? Who would do such a thing?
I searched day and night and finally found them.
Who's there? Oh, we're so gonna kill that guy.
Oh, yeah! T'Pol's contraption is working like a charm. Got her in one.
Hey, there's another one. Wait, is that the one that got away last time?
Who cares? Just get them all. T'Pol pays us per catch.
Who's gonna get a beating now? Yeah, somebody's gotta get a beating.
Joska? How do you get here?
Okay, we're gonna be so nice and let Chaska do it herself. Because, you know, revenge and stuff. They had so little HP, Chaska couldn't even fly up in the air and everybody was already dead.
Don't come any closer, or I'll... Go, phlogiston wings! Take me out of here!
Uh-oh, looks like it malfunctioned.
This is bad. Mom and Koya are already injured. And if that thing explodes right next to them...
Help! Elemental energy suppresses it! Please, someone! Get back!
How very convenient that helps. Okay, again with the pic, I like that way better than the usual black screen we gotten before.
It's still going, and it's getting worse.
Guess we need a more permanent solution. All right, then.
More wallpapers for you. Here. Pristine wallpaper. Oh, wait, you... Give me a second, that looks dumb for you. Where's my... There, have a pristine wallpaper. Nice and clear in the VOD. For you. To copy out. Have fun. You probably just already got it. Yourself. Wait, how do I get back? No, that's the wrong one. Oh, chaos again. There we go.
That was too close. I thought I was gonna die.
I mean, he deserved it, definitely. We can still arrange for that if you want to.
Answer us honestly. Were you the ones who attacked Koya before?
I am... No, it was...
Well, she says it was you. Just tell me, who sent you here?
He has to say no. I think that's a coincidence. Or is it? I mean,
It was to Paul. He told us to catch all the wild Kukasaurs we can find. And he also said that this Kukasaur has become a thorn in his side, so he needs dealing with urgently.
To Paul? Huh. Sounds familiar. But where from?
Well, he tends to send his orders in writing. He pretty much never communicates with us in person. When he does, he wears a mask to hide his face. And whenever we trade Kukasaurs for phlogiston wings, we deal with his henchmen.
So you didn't even make those wings?
All we did was slap some labels on them and transport them over here to make
And
them
he
look
wanted
like
to
they're
make
imported.
buck.
To make it harder to trace their origins.
I don't know. Honest.
Well, that's mighty convenient, huh? What about if I held a gun to your head? Would that change your answer?
No need. I'm sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. T'Pol doesn't tell us much, but he always stresses that he wants them alive. So that gives us some clues.
He was easy to talk about that instantly when we threatened him further.
This is just a best guess, of course, but we suspect that the gaseous phlogiston stored in the track balls is drawn directly from the Kukasaurs.
Since they need them alive, I'm guessing they extract some sort of energy from them. If they made them from body parts, then I think dead ones would go nice too, but apparently it's not, so they must have some sort of, I don't know, contraption that, like, I don't know, steals energy source from them.
Easy now. You're still injured. Hey, keep talking.
Yes, ma'am. So, the gaseous phlogiston has to be highly refined in order to power the phlogiston wings. The slightest imperfection can have disastrous consequences, as you just witnessed. But the Kukasaurs have a natural ability to process gaseous phlogiston. So, if you use them as an intermediary, then...
So basically they are producing gas of sorts. A fuel for the tanky things.
That's enough. So the Kukasaurs you took, where are they now?
See, I knew that there must have been some sort of catch to that. That sounded too good to be true, that they actually invented something like that without it having any downsides. Because if they did, they would have used that for ages already.
T'Pol should have them. But no one knows where he's based, apart from him and his henchmen.
Good, but not ethical, yeah.
We've tried looking for it ourselves.
Not
even
sustainable.
followed them a few times. But we always end up losing track of them.
Random thought. Maybe they're hiding up in the sky?
T'Pol. I'm sure I've heard that name. Maybe it was...
Jaska, Traveler.
Don't interrupt her thoughts. She's gonna get it. She probably knows who it is. Just deep inside the brain.
That voice! It's Alpha!
Elder Alba? What brings you all the way out here?
Well, I was patrolling nearby when I heard the sound of an explosion. What's going on?
I mean, everybody else must be wondering, like, what the hell just exploded out of you?
I don't believe it.
Elder Alba, does the name T'Pol ring a bell to you? I feel like I've seen it written down before. Maybe in a list of candidates for the flying trials?
Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for the warning. That was really helpful. I hope they have a nice rest of day, whatever time of day it is.
Huh? So he's a member of your tribe then?
No. If he was a member of the Flower Feather Clan, I'd definitely know him.
Now that you mention it, I do remember a young man from outside our tribe.
Oh, so everybody can participate?
In our flying trials once.
I didn't know.
You were away on a mission at the time, which is probably why you don't remember him. He was a craftsman from the Children of Echoes. but he'd always dreamed of soaring the skies. So he wanted to join our flying squad.
The Children of Echoes. That's rare.
But despite his best efforts, he unfortunately failed to pass the trial and gain the Kukusaur's approval. In the end, he went wingless and returned dejected to the Children of Echoes.
Engineers are from the Echo. I mean, they can be, yes, most of them are.
Maybe he invented the phlogiston wings to get revenge on the Kukusaurs.
But I didn't know that outsiders were even allowed to participate here in the trial.
Or maybe it's simply his way of dealing with his regrets over his past flying endeavors.
Either way, it doesn't excuse his abuse of the Kukusaurs. I'm gonna take these guys back and expose the truth to the tribe. It's time for this conflict to end.
You're gonna end up in jail, and you can be happy that's just the only thing that you're getting. Because if it were up to me, we would just, I don't know, execution.
Easy, Chaska. Remember what I said about keeping a low profile? The ringleader still hasn't shown himself, and this man's allegation about powering the phlogiston wings with Kukusaurs is only speculation. Bringing these men to the tribe now won't win over any
so we need to
supporters of
keep
the
them
phlogiston
as
wings. In
witnesses.
fact, it may even escalate the conflict further. After all, many are mistrustful of the Kukusaurs after recent events.
Is that why T'Pol waited until now to try to capture my sister?
I don't know. I mean, he did tell us to spread negative rumors about the Kukusaurs and slip some Mora to anyone opposed to them.
Yeah, that's definitely a long-term plan by now.
But Koya only attacked humans because they stole her child.
Nevertheless, we will be hard-pressed to change people's minds while emotions are running high. Unless we have irrefutable evidence. Bravo! My thoughts exactly. In the meantime, leave these men with me. I'll escort them back to the tribe. I'll take the other members of their crew into custody too. They won't get another chance to stir up trouble.
Fair enough. I guess finding T'Pol is going to be the key to resolving this conflict. Let's hope the Children of Echoes have some info on him. Sorry, whatever it is, it'll have to wait till this is all blown over. I have to fix this situation before it spirals out of control. Mom, sis, rest up and get well soon. I gotta fly.
I wonder what they wanted to say. We'll see afterwards, I'm guessing. I wonder how long the quest is still gonna take. Very interesting. I don't want to leave it here, but I'm running out of time. Gather intel.
Too slow.
So Alpa says that T'Pol's from the Children of Echoes. But how do we track him down? Just ask around until we find him?
And I think I have about like 10 more minutes until I really need to call it quits.
At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest person to find is... Wakey, wakey, Shilonen.
Oh, it's you. Okay, give me a second. I'll come down.
Lazy as always.
I climb trees to fly further and see farther. I don't usually stop for a nap.
Well, we're not all like you. Always full of energy, even after flying around all day. Yeah. So, you've come all this way and interrupted my precious nap time. Might I inquire as to, what...
I'm sorry, Shilonen, but it couldn't wait.
Oops.
Does the name T'Pol mean anything to you? He's a craftsman, apparently.
Yeah, she might know.
Huh. T'Pol. Yeah, that rings a bell. I think that's Puma's child. Nope, I'm afraid you're a few years too late. Why are you looking for him?
Because he might be trouble.
Huh, phlogiston wings. Wow, okay. The kid actually pulled it off. Well, looks like no more rest for me today.
Pulled it off? You mean he's tried making something like this before?
Yeah, he started trying to build a flying machine right after he got back from the Flower Feather clan.
So he made his life purpose to kind of get revenge.
So right after he went wingless then. Was this flying machine anything like the gun you made me?
You mean your gun that's harder to tame than the proudest Kukasaur? No, he wanted to build something that allows anyone to fly freely, even if they're not naturally gifted. But he never got very far back then, though. Blew up his workshop a few times and barely made it out alive. I never really kept up with him after that. His parents traveled a lot
like
in
he
their
did
youth
it,
and only
but at
returned to
what
the tribe
cost?
after he was born. But they settled in a remote area and don't interact with other people much. Which means most people in the tribe don't know them very well. Your best bet is to chat to his direct family. I'll go get Puma. Wait for me in front of the workshop. I won't be long.
I'm so afraid I will not be able to finish the quest today. But the timer will have run out until next stream, so I'm gonna have to do it on the weekend. It's way too high up there. Way too high up. Wait. Where do I even need to go? I need to go inside. Then why didn't I teleport inside? Like a normal person. Because from what you said, the quest is probably another half hour long or something. Which is gonna be too long for today. I'm already 20 minutes over my maximum that I set for myself. So I'm oopsie daising here already anyways. The thing is, I'm gonna have people over in 15 minutes, and I at least want to have 5 minutes to get ready. So, so the best I can do is 10 more minutes or something. Wait,
about that boy than I have to.
Seeing how long we already talked, the best I can do is like 5 more.
I disowned him long ago. He is no child of mine. All he cared about was his pipe dream of reaching the sky. Oh, we tried to talk sense into him, but he was obsessed. And then when he left us, he spouted some nonsense about building a
That doesn't know 5 more because you just end in the middle of excitement.
Of us ground dwellers.
Yeah, I'm thinking like after this cutscene. Also, thank you for the hydrate.
He left his notebook behind. Whatever questions you have, you can look for them in there. I am done talking about him.
I'll probably call it quits after this cutscene.
He never called me Mom anyhow.
Aww. That sounds depressing.
Wow.
Oh god.
Really
Maintenance?
I'm sure wasn't expecting that.
Her husband,
An announced maintenance or
he passed away
emergency
recently, and T'Pol
maintenance?
didn't even bother to show his face at the funeral. If you ask me, that was probably the final straw for Puma. I'll go keep her company. If there's anything else you need, just come and find me.
Thank you.
Announced, okay. Well, at least you have an endpoint if they keep up their schedule.
What's in there?
Luck experiment wasn't failure. If Puma, you refuse to support me now.
Some early designs for the phlogiston wings. And some theorizing about an airborne workshop.
So he really is in the sky.
The Cinder City. Looks like that's where he got his technological inspiration from.
I wonder if he has to do something with the hot air balloon that we saw in the sky in the first part.
So, was he serious about the workshop in the sky? But that's such a big project for one person. Do we think he actually pulled it off? Oh, yes. The one from the trial arena that was super high up.
That balloon has been there for a while. And everyone's been wondering how it got up there, but... what if that's the wrong question? What if it started off even higher up, above the clouds and out of view? And it only descended to its current height due to some kind of malfunction?
Part of T'Pol's workshop?
Seems likely.
Interesting.
If T'Pol's base had been hiding above the clouds this whole time, That would definitely explain why Isidore couldn't find it.
Paimon totally called it! But how do we get up there? Jessica, can you even fly that high?
By myself? Possibly. But with a passenger, no chance.
We need another balloon.
I doubt even phlogiston wings could take you up that high. At least, not without that relic DePaul mentioned in his notebook.
Yeah, and he's probably holding on to it. We'll have to find another way. Nope. That's way beyond Paimon's altitude.
I saw Paimon only float so far.
To go up there and take on DePaul all by herself.
Let's not worry. Just because we can't think of a solution doesn't mean no one else can. I'm not the only flying expert in my tribe, you know.
Oh, good point. We should go ask Elder Alpa.
And Mutoda. He was quite the flying ace back in the day, too. Let's head back and see what they suggest.
I'll have to find out later. Okay. I have to call it quits there. I did 23 minutes overtime. I just can't complete the quest. If you're saying that still takes so long, then you better believe it will take that long. So, I'll call it quick fast because, as I said, people could come any minute, so... Yeah. Thank you for being here today. It's been an interesting stream. I'll complete the quest, maybe if not today, then tomorrow. Wow. Wow. Kitty cat. Because the reward is really running away. Okay, so I got a dash. Thank you very much for being here. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye.